Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Friday Night Frenzy, where everything is canon and the topics they're more like a set of guidelines. Joining me is the usual compadres. We have the man from the league. We have Jared.
Hello.
Next, we have the man for whom Rooftop Koreans is his favorite gender. How you doing, buddy?
Chinako. Doing pretty good, man.
And last and certainly not least, we have the mistress of ships herself, Bunny Girl Nix. How you doing, girl?
Hello.
All right, so what's everyone been up to? It's been a bit of a crazy week. I hear Jared's been dodging storms.
Yeah,
I've been juking.
dude.
I've been juking.
Man, yeah, I am so grateful you guys. Like I know a lot of people in Florida, and when I saw the news, I don't know if it was just hysteria from the news.
Hysteria from the news, Chris. I'm going to let you in a little secret. The news always overplay. They always treat it like it's the end of the world because that brings them clicks.
Yep.
The news would never lie to us, though.
No, they were showing like 3 water spouts all like coalescing together.
Oh,
I'm like,
I
what
will
the
say,
hell
though,
is that?
the day it made landfall, this recent one, there was like 20 hurricane warnings. 20 tornado warnings. I'm like, what the hell is happening? It was turning into like the movie Twister at a certain point.
Twister or Twisters? You got to be a little more.
Whichever one you want to think about, Nick. He's thinking about the wrong kind of twist. He downloaded the wrong Twister.
Yeah, it was subtitled "The Purple Nurple."
it said right hand red, so I tried to do what it said.
God. Yeah, this channel is getting canceled in about 3, 2, 1.
No, that's a children's game. Twister. You never played Twister, Jared? This isn't like some dirty.
I love how he's trying to justify it.
All right,
Nick, your comment came after Chris said purple nurple, so. God.
Oh.
All right. Jesus
well, I was
Christ.
talking about a drink, a mixed drink. Yeah.
Sure you were, Chris. Sure you were.
Oh. Oh boy.
That was great.
I am Googling, sir.
Oh God, that's gonna get a virus on your computer.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys!
All of a sudden, his video stops, and then he just drops.
It's like, wow, all these colors. There's the purple nurple, the blue waffle. Oh God.
I just, oh my God! You guys
Why is he on Tumblr?
Oh.
Okay. I know you're. Oh gosh.
Screw you, Jared. Screw you, Jared.
Nick,
this is what I was talking about.
I was reacting to your comment, right hand red, which came after Chris said purple nurple. If you paid attention to your own stream, you would see that.
Dude, that guy's the man over there. Look at that. 3 chicks and 1 dude. Awesome.
That's the next 2 chicks, 1 cup is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, and my comment was bad. Oh, okay. And then Carol said, technically it's a children's game. It was marketed by Johnny Carson, some hot actors at the time, playing in the Tonight Show. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was fun. That was a funny segment. Nix, how you been doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I got the best news.
Oh, please share.
Oh, yes. I think it's a topic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Courtesy of Jared.
Oh, wait. Nix, that is awesome, but we got you there. Well, that's for the headline. So, let's finish up. Chris, how you been, brother?
Survived pneumonia. That was fun.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Glad you're good, dude.
Yeah, that pneumonia is no joke, man. I had oximeter thing, the little thing on my index finger, and I've never heard it, but it started beeping. And I looked down and it was like 65%. Apparently that's quasi like really, really bad, like lethal. I'm like, oh shit,
jeez.
what's going on here? And then I ended up going to urgent care and I got a whole bunch of antibiotics, and yeah, antibiotics for the win. I got my voice back, and yeah, oddly enough, I didn't have a fever. My body temperature is now 97.1 degrees.
See, I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, cowbell. Exactly. There you go. There you go.
I love how I could just see you guys like, oh no, he's gonna do the cowbell bit. You knew exactly where I was going with that.
It's like a car crash that you can't look away from.
No.
Well, speaking of car crashes that you can't look away from, let's get into the headlines.
So it's kind of funny, Nick.
Dogs and cats living together, fastest carrier.
All right, dude, sorry I cut you off there for a little bit. Say your thing, then I'll do my speech.
So we were talking about this on my show last night, and it's kind of funny. Someone brought up an interesting point. So bring up the topic real quick, the one that we all want to talk about. Yeah, so where Velma ended in the Halloween special? She's in hell.
Good.
So she can burn in hell as far as we're concerned, right?
Good.
All right. So for those who aren't aware, and Jared, if you want to pull up the article and share it, you can. I mean, you are my assistant, so
I'm not. When did that happen? You just made me do crap for him, and I'm like, I'm not your assistant.
I pay you very well.
You don't pay me anything.
Exactly.
You cheap dingus.
So, for those who aren't aware, ding dong, the witch is dead. Okay, enough of that for comments. Right.
How do I? Okay, screen share. Allow it to share window. I've never shared on Restream, so I'm not sure how to do
it's
this.
A learning experience for everybody, apparently. All right,
not sharing. All right, it's not sharing. I can't do it. I'll put the article in the private chat, and Nick can share it.
You're making me do my own work.
Yeah.
People's jobs.
Yes,
The people who worked on this should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, can I just say I'm getting tired of that excuse? Like, okay, maybe they're innocent, but I'm sorry. Yeah, sarcasm. Thank you. You don't pay him both.
Yeah, you don't pay me anything, Nick. Why should I do crap for you?
Because we're friends.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So when I found out about this show, I remember at first it was a hang on, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups. At first it was a rumor that it was canceled after 2 seasons, but then when like Deadline brought it up, I was like, oh, there you go.
Yeah. I actually thought this was canceled a lot earlier. Like after the 2nd season, I thought that was like, oh yeah, it's done. Especially after the ending where they literally. And wasn't she killed by Scrappy Doo?
Good.
Thank you, Scrappy.
No,
I
did you guys?
I have never loved Scrappy as a character more.
I posted the Meat Canyon video or the whatever it was, but like somebody made a video where they like kind of tied all of the Scooby-Doo universes together and explained that Scooby was basically some eldritch horror that like he murders Velma at the end, and he's like, "Don't run." Yeah, don't run.
So he was the
Velma.
hero all along.
Yeah.
You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, and the reason I really wanted to cover this, well, for one thing, I wanted to see Nick's go blow her gasket. That's always fun, but it also ties into the main topic, so that's why we're covering it. Nick, explode.
Nick, explode.
Holy shit! It's dead. It's gone. Oh, I couldn't have asked for better. I just wish it had died after the 1st season.
This is so,
You know what? Everything in life.
So you know what Nick's just had? Remember that scene in Braveheart when he was about to die and he screams freedom? That's Nick's right now.
Actually, Jared, I was there, and William Wallace
With
was
your
screaming.
cane.
Actually, no, I was quite spry back then.
I've seen historical drawings. You were there with a cane and a cloak.
I mean, it might have been a disguise or something, but William Wallace didn't scream freedom. He screamed tacos.
No, you know what he actually screamed? He's like, I don't know who this is, but Lois Lane sucks.
Well, that's what he screamed as he killed the generals.
Yeah, exactly.
Lois Lane sucks. Lois Lane sucks. God dang it. But yeah, Chris, what do you think about this?
You know, we just joked about like all the people out of work and everything. Dude, I looked on LinkedIn, and almost every animator I know in television, video games, and film, they're all out of work. Every single one of them. That's like almost 100 people that I know out of work. And I blame the production studio that greenlit this piece of crap.
I on one hand, I want to sympathize. Okay, this is gonna sound cruel, and it kind of is, but hey, I'm nothing if not honest here. Jared, your comic's awesome.
I think so. 6 pages left to be drawn, by the way.
Ooh. We actually got to harmonize there, Chris.
No, but here's the thing, Nick. Do you mind if I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll make my point.
No, because I agree with Chris. Because the thing is like, it's sad that it's gonna happen to a lot of the people that probably were not behind this, that they were just doing their jobs. You can definitely blame whoever greenlit the show, whoever put these people on the show. Unfortunately, the way the industry is set up, it's going to mostly affect the people that had no control over the scenario.
Yep.
What do they say? It's a rich man's war and a poor man's fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like all those people that went to battle in Troy because some dude lost his wife.
Yeah.
But this is what I was gonna say. I want to have sympathy for these people, but I really don't. I can't bring myself that sympathy because we've had years of these people telling me I'm garbage. People telling me I'm the problem. I'm toxic. I'm this. I'm that. I'm the problem with the game industry. I am somehow both a vocal minority that doesn't actually matter, yet somehow matters enough to literally change the industry. It's such an oxymoron. And they've been doing this for years. And now that their chickens are coming home to roost and they're suffering the consequences of their actions, I don't care.
Well, I just hope that this extinction level event, which is coming, I mean, we are in a gaming crash right now, and we are in a media crash. I hope it leads to kind of a resurgence of mammals, indies. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of talented animators out there that are kind of based, that aren't anti-woke. They're just going where the money is. It's like, hey, I gotta go move to Seattle, or I gotta go move to freaking Toronto to do this shit. You know, and that I'm saying those cities because I know people that have had to do that. And yeah, they're not into the freaking Indian Velma, freaking Mindy Kaling, like let's shit on white people stuff. And they lost their jobs. You know, they're done. And like I had a friend that worked on, or actually a friend of a friend that worked on the Ninja Turtles movie, that god awful Mutant Mayhem thing. Her talent was not reflected in that film. You look at her portfolio and it's like, wow, that's really cool. And then you look at the Mutant Mayhem thing, and you're like, what the hell is this crap? You know?
So speaking of what is this crap, I'd like to welcome Aaron.
Yeah, thanks. That's a good one.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
I'm sorry. I need
Nick
to
sure
start
knows how to treat his guests with respect, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Shut up, Jared.
He
Shut the heck
he
up.
makes me do all the crap on his show, and then he goes, speaking of no talent.
Yeah. Thanks a lot
But
for that
Aaron's getting the last laugh because his Kickstarter is beating mine like a bloody pulp, and I am all there for it. More daddy.
one. What's up, Chris? Long time no see, sir. Glad to see that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing better.
Yeah, I'm glad I got my voice back. Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, so you mean you didn't support Ghostbusters 2016 and caused it to flop? Countless other completely mediocre slop. How dare you? Yeah.
No, but the hilarious thing is when these people say this movie's not for you. So when you don't show up, they ask, "Why didn't you show up for this?" I'm like, "You told me it's not for me. Pick
Charlie's
one."
Angels. Yeah.
Or when you have someone say, "If you don't like my comic, don't buy my book." I wish I had that clip.
She's a real Kelly Sue.
Yeah. She is a meme. She is a living meme.
All right, Aaron, we're talking about Velma 2 getting canceled, and we're dancing on
Velma
the grave.
2. Wait, thoughts? Velma 2? What are you talking about? There's no sequel to Velma.
Electric Boogaloo?
I never even heard of it.
Velma, the Minnie Kaling series.
Indian Velma.
Yeah, well, that I've heard of, but I didn't know there's like a second season. Is that right or no?
Yep.
It was 2 seasons, and then it got canceled.
You know, that just sounds like a tax write-off for somebody. So
probably is. All this is probably going to be a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm. That's why they don't mind throwing all that money at all that garbage entertainment. So,
Parrot head.
You know, it's like they could just write it all off in one way or another and claim the loss and all that stuff. So they can put out whatever they want. Hello, Joker 2. You know, come on, dude. I have no
that
plans
movie
on
did not
that.
need a sequel.
Well,
I don't think it did either.
Didn't like it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, we will definitely be talking about Joker 2.
I mean, and I've heard, the best review I heard was someone who was like, immediately it's so terrible. Actually, they gave it like a 6 out of 10. But I don't. Maybe I'll watch it on stream in a couple of years when there's nothing else on. But
I'll watch it on streaming.
And I was actually interested. Because the first Joker was like one of the funniest dark comedies I had seen for a very long time. I'm laughing way out loud in the theater. My black friend who went with me was looking at me because normally it should be the black guy who's loud. No, I was loud.
Oh, we're gonna.
You mean this was the best unintentional comedy since Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's not forget that it was also based on that comedian movie, the Scorsese movie about a comedian.
Driver.
So,
it's literally Taxi Driver. So.
No, it was the other one.
The comedian,
The comedian, yeah. And so, I like, for instance, the part where he's like pouring his heart out in front of the hospital to those cops, and like he gets up, he's all mad, and he turns around, he slams into the fucking door. Hilarious! Oh my god! I don't know how people don't see it as a dark comedy. So, or the scene where he's got the gun in the kid's fucking hospital and he drops
a pistol.
It's hilarious. How is that not funny? When he's trying to act like a big bad man and it accidentally goes off because he's a moron. Hilarious, you know.
Dude,
so I was looking forward. And I like Lady Gaga's acting. I thought she did really good in A Star Is Born. So I was like, hey, let's see what she can do. King's account, yeah. And anyway, and then it's all I hear is that it's not very good. The musical numbers aren't very interesting, and they purposely tried to ruin the character because of the fans, the type of fans who liked the first one and why they liked it.
The chat.
Yeah, they were wrong.
Yeah, they wanted to undermine all that stuff. So
I'm
saying that the first one could be considered woke if you wanted to, but I don't care about all that. I thought the first one was great and hilarious. So
I liked the message in the first one, even if it wasn't an unintentional message. It's everybody's fighting a battle. Treat everybody because
that's true.
Everybody,
the mental health.
Yeah. Like I liked that message. I thought that was really nice, and it didn't need a sequel. It wrapped itself up in a nice little bow.
I think the biggest disappointment for me is that the first film seemed to work as this message about how shafted the mentally ill are in society. And how we should be doing better to better accommodate them, which could be a very good, even if woke, message.
Yeah. Well, and look at how the system, bureaucracy dealt with him, and how he was just a part of the machine, And
And then in the sequel movie, I'm hearing that he gets quote unquote corrective essay. And I'm wow, great way to finish the message of the first film down.
That scene's on Twitter.
They shared the whole
conversation. How much conversation have we had over the last 5 to 10 years about movies using female SA for character development, how bad of an idea that is. Like we've had this conversation. Like would it happen to Sansa in Game of Thrones and other characters? Using that on women. We've agreed. Using that as a character building motivation is bad. Don't do it.
But
and then
Nick,
they do
we
it on
got
a
to use
man.
it against men to own the chuds.
Yeah.
Right.
Incels, they don't deserve anything.
I'm gonna say it right
Well,
now.
they're not involuntary celibate anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now
That
he's,
was
now
but
he's
I'm gonna
sachets.
say, like, I don't have a problem with seeing essay in film or media or whatever, as long as it serves a purpose, like an
Right.
legit purpose.
Like when they tried to publish a comic called The Essay of Wonder Woman,
No,
I was
that's
wondering
just
when that was
stupid.
going to come up.
or since Nick's is here, Avengers 200.
Or
Ugh.
Do you have a
or-
link to the Wonder Woman essay issue?
Damn!
Oh, jeez.
or
Purely
let's-
reverse search.
to bring up
Yeah,
a more
just-
recent example, how about in The Boys, where Huey was repeatedly essayed, and then his own girlfriend basically gaslit him.
Basically shamed him.
Well,
Yeah.
again, that whole show is supposed to do what it's doing, and it's supposed to, Huey was us, right? It was the audience, and so that's exactly what they had to do.
And then the
I'm not
audience tuned
surprised.
out, and they're ending it at season 5.
I stopped watching it after season 3. I was like, nah, it's not for me. In fact, I can, at first it was kind of funny because it was poking at whatever side, at all sides, right? And then it seemed to be narrowing in, and not only that, it was extremely gay. Like, it was very homoerotic. Like, you didn't see a whole lot of female butts, but there was a whole lot of, dudes, and it's like,
Well,
penis.
my
What are
thing
we
is-
talking about?
Okay.
We're talking about
The
The
Boys.
Boys.
Yeah, after the
We're talking about someone's boys, that's for sure.
No, after season 3's opening, I just noped out. It was like a CG giant schlong, and the guy
No.
walked inside the urethra
No.
and
And
exploded.
then it
That's
I'm
what I'm
out.
talking
exploded,
about.
and then
Yep,
like
I'm out.
grew and exploded it.
Totally
yeah.
Yeah, I'm out. Yep, we're done. Yeah.
Yeah, I dipped out after season 2. Like, season 2, I enjoyed. They even made like a legit cool girl power moment. Like, the girls get it done scene. Like, I actually thought that was an earned moment. Like,
Yeah.
and Frenchie saying, "Girls do get it done." Like, I thought that was kind of cool. Like, they actually kind of made it work.
Well, yeah, and
But,
they're
like,
literally
I saw
stopping a
clips
Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it always
You
helps
could do
when-
anything violent as long as it's at a Nazi.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody will shed a tear.
Yeah, that I do say, okay, this might be a little controversial. I think people go a little bit too far. Like, there's kind of a fetishization with like doing that kind of. It's the same thing of how people are hunting pedophiles just because it gives them an excuse to be violent.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
enough of that.
I'm-
Enough of that.
I'm okay with that on the PDFs, but that's
Yeah.
fine. I hear what you're saying.
Penicillin, 2 bullets.
Some quiet pills. So we're gonna. So enough of this dark topic. Jared, can you please lead the charge, please?
Oh yeah, Henry Cavill is now joining the Voltron movie.
Woo!
This
Oh,
came out
yeah.
of nowhere.
I hope
And
that
I'm
matters.
like, of all the projects that I wouldn't expect to see
No.
Henry Cavill's name attached to, Voltron.
He's gonna play
Yeah.
Keith, I assume.
I
I
assume,
could see
yeah.
him playing Keith.
Which is kind of crazy because, growing up with Voltron and stuff, and even on the Netflix Voltron, Keith was not a giant,
teenager.
muscular dude. Yeah, he's a teenager, which was kind of the whole point. He was an older teenager and who had to
Yeah.
learn to be a leader and all that other stuff. Some of the
Okay.
similar
So-
things that I explore in
Wait.
Immortal Rising.
Wait, before I go any further, when Jared shared the news, I knew there was something I had to do. And when I got home, I did it. No, I got it, Jared.
Show him.
All right, look at this. Look at it.
Mhm. There you go.
That
Uh.
makes me worried about one thing, in this modern age of shit.
What?
Yeah.
I guarantee they're gonna make Pidge a they them or like some type of weird like
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well,
like
look at
guys.
the Netflix cartoon.
What did they do in the Netflix cartoon?
Well, the Netflix cartoon, it was basically a they them is very androgynous.
What happened is that they made it where she was trying to like find her brother, so she she pretended to be a boy. I think I forget exactly
Well,
Yeah,
what
that's
it
what it
was.
was. She was
For
trying
one thing,
to
they
find her
gender
brother
swapped
who was
it
lost in
'cause-
space.
Yeah.
And so people would take her seriously. She cross dressed as a boy.
But like,
Which
the only
in the
girl...
future, why would that? Well, not even just in the future. Why would that ever be a thing? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, like
But,
Pidge
like,
is a
very much
dorky
so.
little kid, and that's what made him cool. Is the fact that he was this weak little like squeaky
Nerd.
kid. Yeah, they could like kick ass, like because his best friend was a direct counterpart to him, who was Hunk, who was like this
Right.
big fat like Lummox guy. So the two
Right.
played well off of each other. And then when Princess Aurora replaced Sven, that was a big deal because it was like this chick who's not into fighting, isn't into this stuff, is like, things have gotten so bad that I have to fulfill this role now. That's why her outfit didn't match any of the Lion colors, because she literally was like a runner-up. Like she was like, I don't want to be here, but I have to. And that was a pretty badass. Like that's like your girl boss moment where it's a good thing, because she's like, Sven died in the like. I was traumatized as a 70s kid watching Sven get freaking impaled by a Robeast mutilator kick to the shin. You know? Yeah, he didn't go into a coma, folks. No, he died. He got impaled.
No healing comas. No healing.
Yeah.
No healing coma. Exactly.
I knew as soon as I said that Gerald would look up, and he did.
Well, in the Superman and Lois show, they're definitely not doing the healing coma thing.
Is that from them trying to
they did something infinitely more.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, Jared's having some robot problems.
Yeah.
Noni. So, oh, cool. Your screen's black.
Harp strikes again.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut it down.
All right. So, there are 3 people on this panel who have projects that they want to fill. I'm going to be a gentleman and let myself. No, I'm not. Aaron, would you like to share something?
I am a great dude. People just don't give me enough time to really show that. That's what I'm going to know. Immortal Rising #2 is live on Indiegogo right now. So if you like anime, if you like,
drop the link in the private chat.
What's that?
Drop the link in the private chat. And then Chris, drop yours as well.
So yeah, and it's like Dragonlance, like Castlevania and Final Fantasy. Awesome, because that's exactly a lot of the influences for Immortal Rising. Let me get this up here. Bang.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Try that out.
Okay.
And we're down to the last few days. So this is the end of the 2 months, man. The campaign's almost done. Not sure if I'm going to go in demand or not. I might just for a storefront. We'll see. We'll see.
All right. So there's the link. Yeah, check it out. And then Chris, what do you got going on, sir?
Well, we're trying to basically see if we can get some interest in the second campaign for Infinitale Chronicles. And if I can get this thing to work, I can show you what I'm trying to.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, there we are. So basically, we got the sign up here. We're currently at 49 of 100 signups. At 100 signups, we can launch the campaign. It's basically I'm using the signups to gauge interest in the product. And yeah, I'm going to reward people for being on the mailing list. It's not just going to be a thanks for letting me spam you. I'll do giveaways and give access to specific exclusive perks, like this nice 5x7 hollow foil card from a scene.
I love your stuff, man. I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, here's where we're getting kind of weird. We got 3 editions that are going to be available on the campaign. The standard edition, which is full color, 116 pages, done by the original art team that did book 1. we have an alternate art team done by the Barbuscos, Mika and Eduardo, who basically it's the same story, but it's done through their artistic vision. And then finally, the manga edition, which is kind of like a trade paperback, where it contains both books 1 and 2. It's all in line art. It's from the same art team that did book 1, but I did a lot of the shading. I reorganized the panel, and the book is in the right to left manga format. So pick your poison. If you want to jump in from the ground level, you can grab the manga edition. If you're not a fan of manga, I'll have either links to the Amazon edition or whatever I have left of the book 1 from the first campaign as a catch-up tier. And yeah, I'm hoping that we got some interest to get this thing going, because it's a 10-book planned series, and we're hoping that book 1 can continue the support that the other books or the first book earned. So,
all right,
yeah,
the link is in the comments. This is a sign up, so please do that if you can. And we have one more thing to shill before we get into the main meats and potatoes. All right. Let's see here. Just wanted to share this with you guys. So, Screecher was launched on this stream. Give us a quick. Screecher launched last week on the stream, and we are almost funded. We are less than $150 away from being funded. 40
Nice.
backers so far, 1,372. So we'll probably get funded next week. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I just wanted to show this off real quick and thank everyone for getting me this far. But you're not here. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, could you show my campaign as well, just so people can see the art and stuff like that?
Yeah. One moment. So, Jared, what you got? What you think of Chris's campaign?
Oh, I loved it. I'm definitely going to check it out for sure.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, I will say I've read a bunch of the manga version, and it's great, guys. I can't wait to get the physical. I was like, I am not going to finish it, because he was in the process of doing it. I didn't want to finish it because I would rather have it in my hands and like share it with my kids and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, man.
So, remember how I was saying how Aaron was kicking my ass? Yeah, he is. All right, so what do we got for you?
Yeah, there we go.
And then do your spiel, sir.
Oh yeah, so my spiel, huh? I'll just make it quick so we can go on to other stuff. I wanted people to see the art. So if
look at all those people. Who's this Chris Fisk guy?
Yeah, who's that guy?
I hear he's really talented. I hear he's good.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like the anime style, that's exactly what this all is. And have a couple of guest cover artists. Corey Barton does the Blue Girl. If you're on Twitter, you might have seen it. And then Jimmy Reyes, Marvel artist Jimmy Reyes, does the Ogre for issue 2. And you can get both the premiums for $35 plus shipping. So that's
nice.
Yeah. And then also, if you prefer floppies, I'm selling floppies of the same story, same art, all that stuff. I just took out the extra art to streamline it.
Oh my god, I love this. That art is just
yeah, and make it affordable so that some people prefer floppies because you can open them up more, stuff like that. But also it's more affordable for people. So check out my tiers. The $35 one is the featured one. It's got all the the art and all that stuff. But I've also have other tiers, and everything all together with a shirt and a couple of ash cans is like $100. So if that is in your price range, check it out. You're not going to be disappointed.
I know Jared prefers the floppies because I'm sure he finds them relatable.
Well, some people are like, well, you can open them and they don't bend the spine and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I got a really good response on the floppies. So I'll most likely be doing that in my third campaign. And by the way, this is the second part of a 3-act story. The third one is already sketched. All the sketch art is done.
That
Just
seems
trying to get
pretty
up enough.
sketchy.
So, Jared,
I've got enough
what do you think
cash
of this movie? What do you think of this
What's that?
character? What do you think of the art, Jared?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
It's Jose Garcia, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Some of the compliments is like, this feels like the beginning of an great epic D&D campaign. So yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Is like a fantasy novel. Fantasy novel as a comic book with
I dig it.
Art.
I'm just gonna say I dig it.
And the only way to get those ash cans is on the everything tier.
All right, here's the link. Check that out. And,
which I hope works properly.
All right.
Whoa, what is that?
I guess there's a race going somewhere. But yeah, let's move on to our main event here.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, everybody. All right. Hollywood hates us for some reason, and I think we all know why. Now, I did.
We hate Hollywood too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feeling it's a mutual breakup. But I say Hollywood just that's more just the attention grabbing headline. But we're really talking not just about Hollywood, but also video games, comic books,
entertainment media,
entertainment in general.
Yeah.
Hollywood hates us is just a catchier headline.
Yeah. Literally the reason to back indies and go through indies. Find people who actually value you as a customer, if not as another fucking living being, because Hollywood doesn't. They don't give a shit.
I mean, I can.
We were saying, it's all write-offs to them.
Well, I mean, I can personally, attest to like their disdain for the people that are paying their bills. Like when I joined the video game industry,
isn't that hilarious? How they hate the people that literally buy their stuff.
Yeah, well, dude, when I walked into this startup company back in 2005, and they need you had to wear multiple hats because it was a small company. We were being published by Namco Bandai. And we were making this game Project Offset or whatever. And I'm working on the game. They're like, okay, well, you're the narrative designer, you're doing UI art. And, we'll throw you on customer support, essentially, or community management. Because, nobody wants to deal with those assholes. And I'm like, those assholes? Like, what? Okay. So I set up the forums. I moderated the forums, talked to the people. And this was the days before Kickstarter. Before like you had to online panhandle, so there was no centralized crowdfunding thing. It was literally these guys that came from a video game company and said, we're going to start our own company, please give us money, here's some cool videos. And people donated a shit ton of money. So it's like, okay, they should have some say in this, they should have some ownership, because they're helping these people get off the ground. And 9 months go by and we had no information, and the forum started getting rowdy, and I'm like, what are we going to feed these people? Like, they want to know where their money is, like what's going on. And I'm being told, I don't care, just fuck them, like, they're a bunch of whiny bitches, just whatever. And I'm like, no, so I basically I fed them this thing about how we really can't divulge all of the progress that we're doing because we're a small company, and people with more resources than us in this industry, because it's cutthroat, will basically beat us to market with our own stuff. So that's why we're kind of keeping things on the down low. And it satisfied that anger. It kind of put the flames out. But the fact that the people that owned the company were they're like, oh, what are they bitching about now? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, these are your customers. These are the people that are paying, keeping the lights on. It shouldn't be what are they saying? It's what can we do to improve this product and get more people and get the people that we have supporting us happy, keep them happy.
I think the only way to understand this mindset. All right, who here has worked a retail or fast food job?
Oh yeah.
And anyone who has worked retail or fast food, I'm a former Taco Bell employee. Knows, basically they knows how crappy people can be and how constant and how. And you develop a screw them people kind of mentality. And I think that's kind of where the mindset's coming from. I'm kind of playing a little bit devil's advocate here. But at the same time, I don't know.
Well, it's like I was the punching bag. I was the community manager. I was the interface between the customers, or in this case, the financial supporters, and the company. So I should probably have been the most jaded out of that. But most of the time, I'm like, dude, these guys have legitimate like grievances, like, and they never like. I think you learn this when you're when you're a dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons. When the players are pissed off at the monsters or the villains and not you as the DM, you're doing your job well. Like it's and like they're like, well, what's going on? What and I'm like, yeah, dude, I wish I could say more, but there's this and that, and I'm glad you're still here. The moment we get information that we can publicly share, you'll be the first to know. Stuff like that. Get people to to feel like they're part of this. And the entertainment industry, maybe they do have that retail mentality, but at the same time, they do a lot of things to spite their customers, not just like, oh, I'm annoyed at them.
Joker
They're like,
too.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why.
But they don't get their cash from us, right?
Yeah, they get it from us unwillingly.
They get their funding other ways, so
it's
they don't have to care about us.
It's also like I remember hearing in the lead up to the fourth Matrix movie where they said they wanted to like reclaim the whole take the red pill thing because the right had taken that, and I'm like, okay, shut up, you're not marketing your movie correctly.
Okay, tangent time. I need to say this. I am really sick and tired of they're trying to like reframe the Matrix as a trans ideology. It was never meant to be a trans ideology.
No.
It was a religious allegory. Were there trans ideas in it? Yes. Was Switch supposed to be trans? Yes. Should she have been? Probably. And in fact, the whole like, oh, the red pill is actually a trans pill. They actually proved that red pill actually was not prescribed. That particular one, it was like too high of a dose or something. So that's bull crap. Also, it's a red pill. There's lots of red pills, especially in the 90s. Shut the F up. So, it's literally, it is a religion. Like the fourth book is basically the Book of Revelation. The third movie is Book of Revelations.
Wait, there's a third movie?
It's
Jared,
even a
back
fourth
me up
one.
here.
It's a really simple Gnostic arc. That's all it is, which is fine and it's fun. And then
Neo gets crucified in the third movie. He literally
there's going to be like a Venn diagram. There's going to be some overlap on some of these the themes that they touch in and on that. And who's it? The one you said was a tranny or whatever. First of all, I've known masculine females, and when that came out before everybody's a tranny now was a thing. It didn't like screw up the movie for me just because there was a woman who had maybe a little bit more T than estrogen in her system. So
the original plan was Switch was going to be one gender in the real world, and in the Matrix, because it's your mental projection of your digital self, it was going to be, because that makes it, honestly, given the logic of the movie, that would make sense, because if you're trans yourself, yes, your mental projection would be a different gender. So okay, that's fair. But Jared, what's your take on all this?
Like, I would look like a giant masculine fucking Incredible Hulk.
I would look like Henry Cavill then.
Why are there so many Henry Cavills in this Matrix?
Yeah.
It's like when you go into that one virtual world and everyone has the same avatar.
Yep.
Oh, VR chat or whatever.
Yeah, VR chat. Everyone is just Henry Cavill. It's the Henry Cavill room.
Hot.
And then little do we know, one of them is the real Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
right.
It's like Among Us.
Yeah.
Jared, you do realize that Henry Cavill played Space Marine, right?
Yes, I do, and
so you do realize
that awesome.
Did you play multiplayer?
No, I didn't. But I do love this. You could have played
with Henry Cavill and not even
Here's what I love about that game. They completely ignored the female custodes thing. They didn't touch it at all. They were just like, let's keep it to the lore that people like.
Yeah.
And look at how big that game became.
Yeah, it's just such a simple thing. Like, we're so starved of recognition that even just like, hey guys, here's a game that we know you'd want. And it becomes wildly successful. Like, hats off to the Space Marine 2 team. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. man. I heard they canceled the Amazon series.
They probably did, and that's why Henry Cavill is hopping in the.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, to me, what it seems like is so we're not doing the Warhammer thing, but let's put you in Voltron. Like,
I think what happened. I think what happened is that the Custodes thing had more of a negative impact than they thought it would.
What's ironic is supposedly Amazon were the ones who kind of forced Games Workshop to change it because they wanted to have a female custody. So they kind of like ram-fisted Games Workshop.
I'm so tired of that. They shoehorn girl bosses into things, and it's like, dude, can't there be a single movie that's like an 80s guys movie anymore?
Or can we have a black female lead who is not a girl boss? Like, you're really making me not like black women. You know?
The thing is, even when the movies are good, even when the shows are good, they're still polluted. Like, I watched Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. I binged it recently. It was good. It's woke to hell though. It's good, but it's like 80% of the cast is women. All the women are strong female characters. Like 1 or 2 characters. Like it's not like all the way there. It's like and the main lead. Oh, she's a lesbian. Oh, here's this black girl in Japan. Out of all of Japan,
they just make women men. You know, like female strength, like a strong woman. Does not have to be masculine at all. In fact, that's where their power comes from. Not being, you know.
What about Cersei Lannister?
Femininity has its own power.
Cersei is basically like, but it's ironic that any feminist would claim her as a hero because Cersei is like the example of toxic femininity.
But she's a strong woman though,
and she's. Let's not even bring up her relationship with her brother.
Oh yeah.
They love each other, but they love each other so much.
Well, have you guys ever seen Shogun?
No,
I have not.
Oh god, it's so good.
Yeah, the lead female part in that is a strong female, and
by the way, she's also lead in Monarch.
Yeah, she's the same actress,
and she's not. There's nothing masculine about her. She's not some ass kicking like dude bro that just happens to have
she does ass kick, but it makes more sense. Like she uses like a ranged weapon. You know.
Well, she used the naginata, which is what women were trained to use during the Sengoku Jidai. It was when the husbands were away fighting in wars, they needed something to defend their homes with. So they had the naginata. The thing is she didn't kick ass with that. But like she was overwhelmed. She couldn't get through. Like if those guys wanted to hurt her, like they were just prohibiting her from getting through. But if they actually wanted to fight, they would have destroyed her in a real fight.
I mean, let's be honest, that whole thing was all for show. But that's the thing. She played the social game.
Yep.
Like she even got the Emperor's mother on her side just by appealing to her empathetic side.
What about the other female, the one who wasn't the lead? She was a badass too. The one who lost her husband.
Oh, that's who I was just talking. Like she was also like another example of like how women navigated this world. Mm-hmm. They used their feminine strength.
I loved those. Like every one of those characters were freaking amazing. You know, she's holding the flintlock pistols because Anjin.
Oh, her. Her. Oh god, I love that. I love that scene where it's like you can't have your weapons, and then they try to take, and she did like this. He looked so cute and adorable while doing that too. Like,
but it showed how much of a badass she was because it was like she knew that like if they got into a tussle, she would have died, but she would have at least taken pieces of them to hell with her. You know?
Yeah. Also, I love that one scene where he actually does get to use his pistols. They show why. Okay, we're showing you why we're not allowing him to use these pistols. Yeah. He's just like that shot.
But
it's like Sorry.
But anyway, going back to what we were talking about, the thing that I noticed about this is it's the same reason. Remember last time I was on and we talked about this person saying that like lore is bad because it's very much like it's anti-art. That's also what it is because they know the reason why they really hate the fans is because they know that they don't have total artistic freedom because they know that if they piss off the fans, their project won't do well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like how many times have we seen where I'm making a Halo show. Oh, I've never played Halo. I'm intentionally avoiding Halo. Or
Yeah.
or recently,
Or like in
Harry
The
Potter.
Last of Us, when the actress who played Ellie had to sneak behind the director's back to play the game.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Or where it's considered a red flag at Marvel Studios, if you're a comic book fan.
So what I'm hearing is that these quote unquote professionals are actually really freaking stupid and shouldn't be doing their jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, they're the ones that are costing. Like, I have a tinfoil hat theory where I think it's deliberate sabotage because the Ubisoft really that whole debacle is shining light on the fact that we have companies like Tencent that are owned by the CCP who basically have a large sharehold in these companies, and then they're the ones pushing all this DEI and all this inclusivity crap, all this woke garbage, essentially, for lack of a better term. But like, they're destroying these companies intentionally so that when they're worth, like, they're devalued to the point where Tencent just walks in, and again, Tencent, a CCP backed company, just walks in and says, "We'll buy this company for pennies on the dollar. Your shares are not worth anything."
See, under normal circumstances, I would call that a conspiracy theory. But we're literally seeing that exact scenario play out right now with Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm. I think it's happening across the industry in general.
Yeah.
I mean, Marxist going to Marxism. So
yeah, well,
there's a lot of
look at Black Myth Wukong. Okay, that's a Chinese game that came out, broke all sorts of records, zero woke trash in it. It like made gangbusters, dude. Like, okay, why would a Chinese? Oh, you know what I mean? It's like follow the money when things don't make sense.
Yeah. Also, if you know, like for with because TikTok is Chinese, of course. But did you know that in China, like the algorithm in China's TikTok is actually special for China. It's actually geared towards educational content, positive, upbuilding content.
Yep.
And
yep.
Like we don't see like stupid dances. We don't see e-thoughts. Their kids hanging out. And also shut off at 11 p.m.
Whoa.
Like why is the creator for one country and the rest of it is all trash?
Yeah, it's like a psyop weapon that they used on, it's kind of like a drug. Like, you never get high off your own supply.
By the way, we're just speculating here. These are all like,
Yeah, for entertainment purposes only. Google, who's owned by a
yeah.
But so Nick, what's one like property that's come out that really kind of just seems to miss the mark? That is not Velma.
I was about to say.
I don't know, but I haven't been hearing a whole lot of good for the new Harry Potter show.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things that spurred this on. Like, obviously the whole Joker talk was, but then the Harry Potter show where it's like, I've actually never read the Harry Potter books. Like, okay, I get, like, you don't have to be a fan of something to adapt it, but at least know about it. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
At least research it, for the love of God.
Yeah.
For example, if Aaron tells me, "Hey Nick, you're an accomplished filmmaker. You're awesome. You're very good looking. I want you to
say that."
Oh, it's fantasy. Got it.
Oh,
wow, was that revenge for calling you untalented earlier?
yeah. That's all right. We were on Ryan Roger SA, and yeah, there's a little bit of flirting going on. So, just something's going on between me and Nick. I don't know what it is.
All right, Nick. Oh, great. Nick has a new fanfic. Great.
Hey,
but
Nick,
anyway,
there's a ship we gotta explore.
Yeah, no ship.
No, Immortal Phoenix.
I disavow.
There you go.
Phoenix on Tumblr and fanfic.
It's a new Yahweh. It's a new Yahweh manga.
Okay. But if Aaron came to me and says, "Nick, I'd like you to make an Immortal Rising movie,"
yeah.
The first thing that I should do is, all right, I'm going to go read Immortal Rising so I can familiarize myself with the lore. I'm not going to go and say, "Oh yeah, I've never read Immortal Rising." Director of the Immortal Rising movie, because that's stupid.
Or it's like when certain directors like Taika Waititi or even James Gunn, said, I think comic books are really stupid.
Oh.
Do you remember that time in the early 2010s when what's his name? Star Trek, Star Wars, Lost, Alias.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. He was on the Colbert Report, and he said he doesn't like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then why the hell are you helming projects for him? Like,
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
Mr. Krabs.
See, the thing about J.J. Abrams is you can trust him to make a by-the-numbers popcorn flick. Like, his movies are entertaining, but never innovative.
Dude, his movies are blue balls. Like, every project he's worked on, it's all build up and no satisfying conclusion.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, stop edging us.
Yeah. Oh!
I will say Star Trek 2009 actually really do like that movie.
The first one was very
Yeah.
good. We actually watched it not long ago because I got my family on a. We were watching all the old Star Treks as we had finished Deep Space Nine. I was like, "Hey, let's go and watch the old Star Trek movies." And yeah, oh man, I'll tell you, you're completely right on that one.
My favorite moment in 2009.
I would say though that the second one that he did with the Wrath of Khan, horrible
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, here's the worst part: is it's not Wrath of Khan. It's not Wrath of Khan. Okay, it's actually Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Dumb.
Khan. I'm not Khan. I am Khan.
Yeah.
He literally says that.
Yeah, then they
Terribly
swap the classic scene when Spock was dying of the radiation chamber, and they swapped it with Kirk.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, if they had just made 2009 and never done anything else, that movie would probably be very beloved because, like that, the whole passing the torch between Quinto and Nimoy is great. That is a great scene.
Yeah.
You know, I am not our father. You know, that kind of stuff. Like that is a great send off to Nimoy. And then he came back in the next movie, kind of ruined it a little bit.
I mean, if they had kept up with Khan from the second one, you know, where the Montalban dude, you know, he's got an athletic build. He's clearly intelligent. You know, like the actor just pulled off and made that whole character iconic to Star Trek. And then they were like, "Oh, let me take this and let's get rid of his muscle. Let's get rid of his his intimidating charisma. Get rid of all that stuff." But he just happens to be really smart. And it's like, I mean, just smart. Okay, I guess.
See, like Richard Montalban, or how do you say his name?
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah.
That guy was
Fantasy Island.
Okay, I got a funny. So I just want to. Lily, I'm also on Twitter and Twitch. So if you want to catch me, go on to YouTube and watch me. You can. Just search the Phoenix Press. I want to say that real quick. So there's a story where he actually was. Yes, Zeke. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
He was actually on the original Star Trek episode. He played Khan originally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how cool is that? Like playing Khan in the '60s. They brought him back. Like, it was so great. But he had forgotten how to play Khan, so he actually watched the episode he was in to re-familiarize himself with the character.
I'm sure.
He went back to the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. And then you just completely nail the role, Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Like, you don't get men like that nowadays. Like, that level of charisma. You don't really see it that
Dude, it's freaking Ricardo Montalban. I mean, that guy, like in the late 70s, early 80s, that dude was the man.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, it was like it's like classy or elegant machismo. It's well done.
Machismo, there you go. That's what that dude oozed.
And that's what really made his con work was he was ruthless. He was brutal, but he was also a gentleman.
Right. Right. True.
And you can kind of sympathize with something because the whole eugenics war and all that stuff that created him. Like, he's like, I didn't ask to be here. You made me. I'm Frankenstein's monster. Don't put me, why are you angry at me? That you're the ones that created me. Like,
What's up,
Yeah.
like
BA?
wow, he's got a point.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, BA?
Yeah, always nice to see you, brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. I do apologize. If we were doing one of my games, I'd have Nick's bonk me. So, bonk. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. So Nick's. What do you think of? Have you seen the original Wrath-a-Con?
No,
Ooh.
because I'm not very interested in sci-fi, as I've said.
Mm.
Unfortunately,
All right,
I
And
like
yet
Star
you
Trek.
read Batman comics.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, is Batman really all that sci-fi? Let's be honest.
Clayface!
Batman
Sure.
Beyond.
Ivy!
Mr. Freeze.
Bat!
Mr. Freeze.
But I mean, like, futuristic kind of sci-fi. I do like
Batman
Star Trek.
Beyond!
Yeah, Terry McGinnis.
What are you
True.
doing here, Nick? You're just digging your own grave here.
True.
That-
true.
She
That
just
I would like
doesn't
to
like
see.
Star Trek and Star Wars. There we go. Problem
I-
solved.
Someone,
There you go.
if
Don't
someone who
mind
has a
it, but
little
it's
bit,
not really my favorite genre. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
like, I didn't get too into Star Wars, and I'm not too interested in Star Trek. But I have watched like the original and some of the other series, like up to Enterprise. I'd say I've watched.
Oh wow.
So
that's a lot of Star
so-
Trek.
Yeah.
So Aaron,
Here and
Yeah.
there.
Aaron, did you know that they were gonna make a Batman Beyond movie?
I was just gonna
Oh.
say, with someone like me who has a bit of Batman burnout, I would love to see a Batman Beyond live
Same
action.
They get it
Okay.
right.
Okay. I'm gonna make you mad, Aaron. All right. Let me just-
You son of a bitch.
Oh, I know what he's playing.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
just so you know, I do have the sound off for obvious reasons.
So, yeah. So this was reportedly something that was coming out.
Oh, this is like the Into the Spider-Verse animation.
Yeah, it would have been done by the people behind the Spider-Verse movies.
Well, I'm
Dude.
interested.
We
I
were
really
so
like
robbed.
the animation.
Yeah.
The animation for the Spider-Verse movies is really good. Even
Yeah.
the multiverse one was damn good.
Man.
Oh God, we were so robbed. We were so
Yeah,
freaking
definitely.
robbed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with BA on Star Trek versus Star Wars. By the way.
Oh,
Yeah, whoa,
Well,
whoa,
Star
whoa.
Now
Trek
I'm
has
mad.
less
That's
hiccups.
wrong.
oh.
The reason why is because I go by attrition. There was only, in my opinion, there's only 3 Star Wars movies. Everything else is fanfic. And with Star Trek, you've got how many series, how many decades of good material before they ruined it all with Discovery and all that stuff.
Well, yeah.
And the other thing,
But how
the
many
other thing
bad
about-
movies do they have?
Yeah, they do have some pretty shitty movies.
I told. There you go. I told you.
I mean, have you seen Star Trek Insurrection?
Oh my God! No!
Have you seen Star Trek Nemesis?
Dude, did you see the Picard gif that somebody made like decades ago, where Picard's got his Tommy gun from Insurrection when he's in the holosuite, and
No,
he
that's
starts
First
shooting, and then
Contact.
you just see the First Contact where he's like shooting, and all of a sudden you just see Chunk doing the truffle shuffle, and the bullets are bouncing off.
I will say, First Contact is actually really freaking good.
I
Yeah,
liked First
Is
Contact.
great. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
I was gonna have the family watch up until first contact, but
The lines
we
must be
kind of
drawn here.
we got busy with other shit and just kind of lost track of where we were. But we did go. Me and my girlfriend went through all of Deep Space Nine, which is pretty
I
impressive.
love that series. Avery
Took us a
Brooks
while.
is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Cisco's the only captain that can punch God.
Oh, Daniel,
Yeah.
this is not. This
Well,
is
yeah,
not
because
enemy
he's
territory.
Jesus. He's
Yeah,
Black
don't
Jesus
worry
in
about it.
space.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He's like, wasn't he like one of the something Pa wraiths or whatever? The wormhole.
No, if I remember right, he was one of the prophets or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Taking physical form and all that. Other shit.
But we
Jesus,
have
Black
one
Jesus in
question.
space.
We have one question we have to answer. Why does God need a
Need a-
starship?
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh God! Star Trek
The one-
5.
The one
I had
line.
to. The minute you said punch God, I'm like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the
Okay, Jared. I have a question for you. Which is worse, punching God or punching reality?
Well, fun fact: Grant Morrison actually had Hal Jordan punch God.
Only a Scott would have
Only Grant
punch God.
Morrison would do that. This is the man that if he continued his Earth 1 Wonder Woman run, he would have had the Amazons have orgasm guns.
Oh shit!
What the?
Yeah,
You mean like that the South Park creator movie?
Wait, are they called the O-Guns?
No, they're Orgasmo Raiders. Remember when he
Immediately
like
stop me in my tracks, and I'll need to take a nap. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's like Chota
There's
Boy.
art too. There's art too. It's the Amazons punching people, and you can see the German soldiers having O faces.
Nine.
My Lieben!
Yeah, mein Schnitzel, it's kaputt.
Uh,
I need a sandwich and a nap.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I love about First Contact is it totally makes sense that Picard would go all Captain Ahab. He's basically having a giant trauma response the whole entire movie, and I love it. Like the whole Captain Ahab white whale. Yeah, they do pretty much just call it out in the movie, but it works great. Like it makes sense for Picard to have that, but also I think it's great because in the show, Picard was always kind of a paragon. Like he was like always right, you know, the master of virtue. And here he's rather unhinged.
Yeah,
we get to see a side of him we don't see.
Completely unhinged.
But it makes perfect sense.
I like how they introduce characters just to kill him off. Remember Ensign Hawk? I was like, yeah, he's dead.
The red shirts of the series.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah.
And Ensign Ricky. Oh crap.
That would be a great Saturday Night Live sketch. It's called Red Shirts, and every time a red shirt steps off the Enterprise, they just instantly die.
Oh, fun fact about the red shirts. So you know those most interesting man in the world commercials?
Oh yeah, Dos Equis?
No, okay. I don't always play a red shirt on Star Trek. But when I do, I survived the whole episode. He literally did! He played a red shirt on Star Trek and survived the entire episode. That actor.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
an
sorry.
achievement.
I'm sorry. But I love that, like, you have that meme, and then below it is like, no, really, he actually did. And they explain it all. It's just so great.
Great. That's great.
I miss those commercials. Those are so good. I don't always. Wait, sorry. If I'm going to do this, I don't always back comics on Kickstarter. When I do, I back Screecha. All right, gonna post this link here again. All right. That was a fun little distraction. but like, I feel like things are kind of starting to get better, but we still have to kind of go through a lot of the dregs. I feel like we're still kind of in like the post-COVID kind of stuff. Like a lot of the stuff that was held up, we're still kind of burning through a lot of those projects. Yeah. Enterprise was kind of weird because season 5 they were all over the place. Like they were doing that mirror universe stuff and like I don't know. Also, the series finale of Enterprise was because it was basically it was literally an episode of TNG.
Yeah, it was a holodeck. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought back Riker and Troy, and it was framed as essentially an episode of TNG.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Well, it's odd. Like I know Star Trek was or Enterprise was kind of the odd duck because it like not only did it have like the only intro that had lyrics, you know, like but you know, been a long time. But yeah, but like
sorry.
I liked my thing was I liked that it was the first for a lot of things. So they're like, what is a Klingot? You know, like stuff like that. But like I didn't like the first couple of seasons story arcs where they had like the Sulaba on there and they're like going back in time and like, dude, time travel is the crutch of a weak writer. I'm sorry, but like, just do something in like the pre-Christopher Pike era. It's like basically they were using NASA, like you know what I mean. Like the Federation at the time was like a proto, like or a kind of like NASA meets the Proto Federation. That was
no.
cool.
This was pre-Federation. Because remember the season finales, they signed the Federation Charter.
Well, do you remember when Hoshi there, who was one of my favorite characters because she was a hottie, but Hoshi, which by the way it means star in Japanese, but she was the translator, and she wasn't using universal translation. She was literally using her own she was a polyglot. She had multiple languages under her belt. She'd study a language and learn it. And like the Klingon is like ripping them a new one. And Captain Archer is like, what is he saying? She's like, Jesus, give me some time. I have no idea. This is not like in Spanish. You know?
Yeah.
I love that.
I did like it. And they did actually do some good lore cleanup. They actually kind of bridged, like they explained like the ridges on the Klingons.
Yeah.
I think the way they did it was pretty good. I also liked how they
wasn't
did like
it
a
something
series...
about like genetic manipulation or something like that?
Yep.
There was like a generation.
No, they were supposed to have ridges, but there were the ones in the original series did not have ridges because they were genetically manipulated to blend in with the or it was like the eugenics stuff. They had to like blend in with the other races, and it was like, oh, because there's a mention of that where Worf is like, we don't talk about that.
Right. Yeah.
I love that. That was awesome.
One way to explain away, the lack of makeup ability from the 60s show,
Yeah, I also love how they brought in Dr. Soong, played by Brent Spiner. Like that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he was actually responsible for the eugenics war. Noonien Soong there was the one that created, like, before he got into cybernetics and robotics with creating the positronic brain that made lore and data, he was actually into eugenics, and he's the one that created because Khan's last name is Soong. He's Khan Noonien Soong, and he was one of Dr. Soong's kids.
Yeah, Enterprise is one of those shows where when it came out, it wasn't really highly regarded, but it's one of those things where, like, as time goes on, I think it gets more love.
Yeah. God, man.
Jared's like, I've never seen Star Trek, and I never will.
No, I've seen it. I've never seen that much into Star Trek. I've never gotten really in depth into Star Trek.
Yeah,
because that's like saying I want to get really into Warhammer 40K's lore.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
good luck.
I need a PhD just for that.
Yeah. There's like college courses on it.
But Jared, let's be honest. If they came out with a lore book for Warhammer 40K that was narrated by Henry Cavill, you would have that the second it goes on sale.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would legit go, can you hold me as you read me stories from Warhammer 40K?
He's like nestled up in a little fetal position.
Come on, Nick. If if you had the opportunity to do it with Laura Bailey, wouldn't you cuddle up with Laura Bailey as she told you stories?
Yeah, Laura Bailey, not Henry Cavill.
Dude, that's what I like about Henry Cavill though, is like for the dudes, the dudes want to hang out with him because he's a nerd, and the chicks think he's like a smoke show. So it's like it's a win-win. He's got us all,
And when your girlfriend like makes fun of you for like his superhero stuff, I'm like, well, look, Henry Cavill does too, and look, he's Jack. You love him.
Yeah, he's a Chad.
Let's be honest. Henry Cavill made building a PC a softcore corn cob experience.
You saw Star Wars, girl. She was practically exploding right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that water? Did somebody leave a water faucet on? What's that sound?
I thought you're supposed to keep computers dry.
Henry, please, the video over. I'm on my third set.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry.
He's like, whoa, these CPU fans are too warm. I got to take my shirt off to get in there. Also,
Okay, Nick.
And they start blowing, but he has long flowing hair, so the hair starts.
I'm sure the women wish they were blowing.
Whoa.
Oh man, the computer's water cooled.
Okay, Nick. Yeah. As the sole woman on this stream, what do you think of Henry Cavill?
I honestly think he's probably one of the coolest people in Hollywood right now.
But do you think he's attractive?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he's definitely like.
Tevia, we're on Nick's show. When are we ever not lost?
I'm sorry. I don't call this a Friday night frenzy or nothing.
But like, it's not just that he's attractive; he's got a good personality to go with it. Like, you can tell the man's got a great sense of humor. He's intelligent. He genuinely seems like he'd be a cool guy to hang out with.
You know, hey Jerry, just imagine we're in a green room and all of a sudden me and Henry Cavill just start talking about Wheel of Time.
No, and then and then watch. He goes, I love the adaptation they did.
And me and Henry are both that. And me and Henry
watch. Henry Cavill goes, and I love that adaptation. I thought they did a very respectful job.
And the romance is over. The honeymoon is over.
Yeah.
And then Jared literally.
And then what happens is after Nick hears that, he tries to kick Henry Cavill in the balls, and his leg can't handle the stress, so it actually fractures his leg trying to kick him in the balls.
No. After Henry leaves, and I ask him why you did that, you just walk over to the table and you pick up your phone, and that's when I realized you recorded the entire thing.
Ha ha! And I'm gonna be like, guess what? You have nothing to say. I will say it was hilarious when Nick and I were reacting to Wheel of Time for his Patreon. And he said, I'm going to pause it whenever there's an inaccuracy. We made it 10 seconds in, and then he paused it.
Yeah.
He's like, first off.
All right.
That was the greatest. And also show them what the very special reaction.
I don't think I have it on me, but I will say, if you want to see the video, subscribe to my Patreon. And then once I get to five Patreons, I will record episode 2 with Jared. So if you want to see me cringe some more, get me to 5 paying Patreons, and I will do episode 2. And then at 10, for every 5 Patreons, I'll do. And if I get to 10, I'll do the entirety of season 1. So Jared, are you ready to do episode 2?
I have to see because I have a lot of stuff on my plate.
Well, the good thing about pre-recording, we can do it whenever, so it's all good. But yeah, we just did episode 1, and so you know how everyone just talks about fridging and how bad it is?
I know what he's referencing. And when Nick told me this was his favorite character that did this, I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
It just made it worse. All right, let's see here. Jared? Actually, I was thinking about how I could pull it up, but I have the file, but anyway, we're talking about fridging, and there's a character called Perrin, and he has an axe, and so that during the attack, they gave him a wife, but he didn't have in the books, so
that's nice of him.
No, so he's axing this monster. And it's one of those things where you get so into the battle that you forget what's around you. Nick, if you can't pull it up, I'll just say it.
All right.
Do you want me to just say it?
No, just solve some time. I got it.
Yeah. So when he told me this was his favorite character, I immediately was like, oh, this is gonna, because I know Nick. I know how he's gonna react to his favorite characters being character assassinated, and let me say, this far exceeded whatever the hell I expected. It was crazy, and we're seeing Nick's file organization system. Okay, and now we're seeing the show.
All right.
Let's go. Oh, here we go. Come on.
Oh.
Now watch his reaction too.
All right. Oh my God! Just look how bad that is.
It looks like we're watching a video game adaptation.
It looks like we're watching season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like, the fact that these women are going toe-to-toe with the Trollocs is really fucking stupid.
Watch! You had it done, Nick.
Here we go. Look at my face! What? The fuck?
I knew it!
That is what you did? What? The fuck?
This is so
First off, they
good.
did fridge her. She has
They
what?
did, but it was way worse.
Worse.
See, this is
Like,
me
I know
rubbing
what they're
it in
doing
Nick's
because,
face.
Perrin has like a love-hate relationship with an axe. You know, like, I get what they're trying to do.
I love the pause you had. You were like, what?
Perfect timing. Perfect fucking timing. Like, okay, first off, yes, this is fridging, but worse. They literally had him kill his wife. Her character development.
Yeah, she got to go.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. Oh! Yeah, it broke me. That moment broke me. But enough. Yeah. Jared, do you have anything to say for yourself for what you've subjected me to?
It was so worth it. So worth it. Like, yeah, I'm like, it kind of makes me morbidly curious. What would how much other stuff would Nick react that way to? Oh, boy.
Yeah. So get me to 5 subs.
I may have to clear up time in my schedule for this.
Get me to 5 subs. Give me to 5 paying patrons, and I'll do episode 2. And once we get to episode 10, if Jared is willing, we'll do the rest of the first season. So there we go.
I think they even did a season 2, Nick.
That's for 20 subs.
And then
At
watch
20
as soon
subs,
as we
I'll do
complete
season 2.
season 2, they're like, we're doing season 3.
I think they actually have done season 3.
Oh, this is even better. We could, I could keep. This is Nick's Joker origin story. Like, you know how like Arthur had all those like small moments that added up to him finally exploding. That's Nick right now.
So Aaron, the thing you got to realize is Wheel of Time is actually my favorite book series of all time. I've read the entire series. I'm a huge, massive fan. So I know the lore really well. I know inside and out. Especially like the first book, The Eye of the World. I've read it like a bunch of times. So I know where things are going. I know exactly what they're doing. You know, like it's like I said in that clip. It's like I know what they're doing. They're setting up this like love-hate relationship with the axe. You know, I knew exactly what storyline they were setting up.
Yeah.
But Jared, they wasted way too much time.
They gave her the axe.
You could say you could say her husband wanted to ask her a question.
Yep.
Nix, please say something cute to save the stream.
I've got nothing. You're on your own.
Oh, she just said.
Like, I don't even like Wheel
You
of
just
Time.
got Velmud.
Oh.
Hey,
You just got axed.
Jared, if you're not careful, I'll make you read Avengers 200.
Well, actually, you know it's kind of. You know what I realized? You know what cologne they had everyone wear? There is Axe body spray.
No. God damn it.
You know, Nick, your favorite Power Ranger should be the Black Ranger because he uses an axe.
We'll allow that one.
I'm surprised you didn't do the obvious. Hey, Jared, what do you think my favorite comic book series is?
Axe Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals. That's actually a thing.
I thought you were going to say X-Men. Come on, that's the obvious one. I literally handed it to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, but you handed it to me so crappily. No, don't worry. It happens when you become a man of your age.
Oh. So Aaron, what are some stuff that's come out that just disappointed you?
So much.
I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mostly watch older stuff. I don't really watch a whole lot of newer
there you go.
things. So it's hard to. It's hard for me to really. I guess. Like the Eternals was horrible, you know. But so some of the movies that I've seen recently, they've been good. Like the Fall Guy was really good. Wolverine and Deadpool was really good. So
Hell yeah.
Yes.
all the other stuff, it doesn't really interest me.
The
I kind of wanted to go.
Cavalrine.
Cavalrine, yeah. I'm ready for it. Let's get it. I want Cavill as Wolverine. yes, I'm cool with
Can
that.
I just say, I think it's really funny that people now are trying to convince everyone else that Deadpool and Wolverine movie isn't very good.
It's because you know why? It's all the people that are like, they can't change, they have to change the lore and stuff. It's because when you have a movie that doesn't really have a political message or that attacks Marvel, they're like, oh, we have to admit this movie's bad.
See, here's the
you know,
problem.
The She-Hulk
They-
chick is suing Ryan Reynolds, because of that.
Oh, sure she is.
Good.
Yeah,
But-
she was
but,
supposed to be in it, and he cut her.
Oh, really?
Who
Okay.
cares?
That-
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. But
Yep.
here's the thing. They attack it because it's a cameo fest. Yes, but
So?
you got to realize this movie knows what it is and what it has. This movie is a road trip movie with Wolverine and Deadpool. That's what it is. The core of this movie is the interactions between those two, and the movie nails it. The movie nails that.
Yeah. I mean, you could say it's a modern day Cannonball Run. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Like, the plot only exists to service their interactions. That's yes. The plot is thin. The plot is a bit contrived, but exactly.
It's super
It's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
What?
It is.
And
It is a definition of a popcorn movie. Like, what more do you want?
And I'm sorry, but that big speech with Wolverine, like, I've been alive 200, like, dear God, that is great.
Two of the best Wolverine scenes ever done by Hugh Jackman was in Wolverine and Deadpool. So easily, hands down.
Okay, what are the two?
Well, when he was like when he rips Deadpool down, rips him apart, was great. And then the other one was when he was like, I am the X-Man. You know, those were his best scenes as Wolverine.
He literally got the merc with a mouth to shut his mouth.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to sew it shut.
Yeah.
I love that scene. He's like, you got him to say mouth, and then was like, I'm gonna fight you now. Like he's
My favorite line.
So pissed off. He's just anger is burnt out. It's
One of my
great.
favorite lines is when Blade goes, "There's only ever gonna be one Blade," and then Deadpool just looks at the camera.
Yep. Dude, how about when they talk to Xavier's sister there, and like basically Deadpool's like totally selling out the Human Torch. He's like,
Yeah.
I heard what this guy said. And then the funny part was after Wolverine's like, great, you got him killed. You know, at the end of the movie, you find out no, the Human Torch literally said all of that.
Yeah, spoilers.
So I do love that Chris Evans came back, but he didn't. Like the thing is, he actually did play Johnny Storm. He wasn't just playing Captain America. He actually kind of went back to like, okay, what if Johnny Storm was aged up 20 years or something?
Yeah.
I did like how they think he's like
They think he's
a captain. When they go, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Avengers, flame on. What?
What?
I love that.
Yeah, that was great.
Also, I love that they brought back Tyler Mane to fight him. That was cool.
Yeah.
Fight him.
I also love he puts on the helmet and he goes, what you save all the good stuff for special occasions? Killing mostly.
Oh, that was so cold of a line. And also, one of the things I love is he keeps it on throughout the entire finale. Because usually in the third act they lose the mask.
Even when his shirt is blasted off.
Or
And
even
the Deadpool just looks at his abs and is like,
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, dude's cut.
also, like in the aftermath of the climax, he still has the mask on. Like they were really committed to keeping that mask on in the finale,
And it looked great. It looked great on him too.
it looked really good. And the thing about it, I don't even care that there's no way it was stored in the back of his costume, because the point is, I also liked, here's the thing, because I was really scared when because obviously I knew they were going to put him in the cowl at one point. I was scared it's going to be nanotech, like Iron Man or anything like that. But no, he actually took the hood and put it on. I was like, yes!
Yeah, physical, tangible, yeah.
That's why it looks so good, because you don't have to like CGI that much.
No. Just around the eyes, make it more expressive.
You like this one where it's like, wait, what happened to Daredevil? He's dead. I'm sorry. No, it's okay.
I also love at the end in the Deadpool
fight scene where they're in the bus and then they blast out and then Deadpool just falls and he goes, "Damn it! After all that, they're only gonna remember the dismount."
So and like X-23, I thought was a great addition. They kind of continued her storyline from Logan. I like that she's kind of back in the Deadpool universe. I hope we see her again as X-23.
Yeah, that's the typical. Let's replace every established male character with a hero one, with a female one, and it's
they
like,
did that. It was called All New, All Different Marvel, and it tanked.
Also, did you hear that they're bringing in Amadeus Cho?
Oh, Yellow Hulk? No.
You
No,
know
see,
why
totally
they have to
awful.
do that? Do you know why they have to do that? Because probably Universal still has the main rights to Bruce Banner. So they're like, okay, so what's another Hulk that we could put in this? Totally awesome.
Well, I mean, maybe it's for like Asian representation.
Yeah, I don't
It's
need
Disney.
that.
Do you really think they care about that? It's Disney.
Yeah, I don't need.
Aaron, I'm surprised at you, sir.
I'm just trying to bring the
Amadeus
racial
Cho's
humor,
worst
guys.
Hulk
I'm
ever.
sorry.
Like I was honestly offended when I read that the first Totally Awesome Hulk or whatever it was, because it was like the whole
Totally
point of the
Awful.
Hulk. Yeah, exactly. Well, the whole point of the Hulk was it was basically Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was a torture. It was a curse. The only one who got out unscathed was She-Hulk, because she was able to harness it. Like actual Hulk went through hell.
I even think Ross becoming a Hulk works because it's kind of like the ultimate irony. You know?
Yeah. The thing that he hated. It's the was it the Nietzsche quote? You know, those who fight monsters beware not to become one.
Or
And he
to
did.
quote Obi-Wan Kenobi, you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Yeah,
You
and
underestimate
Red Hulk
my
is
power.
scary. No, Red Hulk is scary because they never really talk about this, like outside of like people who actually read the books. But like, Red Hulk is volcanic. His skin is like 1,000 degrees. Like, or
And the angrier he gets, the hotter he gets.
Yeah, he could just grab somebody and set him on fire. He's like the Human
Did
Torch.
you know there was a story where he got the Venom symbiote and the Ghost Rider entity?
Oh.
Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find that image because that's so bad.
That's nightmare fuel.
He had a motorcycle too that was like a big ATV.
Damn.
Jesus.
It's like when Van Damme was doing the splits on the 16.
Here we go. I got it.
All right. While I'm waiting
If I can figure out how to screen share on this thing, unable to share screen. Okay, hang on. Let me. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll send the link to Nick, and he can pull it up.
Oh, you're making me do all the work?
I hate Restream.
Oh, Jared, it's actually not that bad.
So pull it up. 'Cause
Oh,
this
damn. I'm looking at that.
I know,
Look how
right?
big he is. Holy shit.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah,
What the hell?
that looks freaking awesome. That looks like something out of a freaking like got an Iron Maiden cover.
Why can't Marvel do more crap like that?
Yeah,
So,
that would-
to bring the mood down a little, sorry,
Oh, no, Nick.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
I've got to say, has anyone else heard what they're planning on doing with the new Fantastic Four movie?
Oh yeah,
No.
Doctor Doom and Reed don't know each other.
Yeah,
That is so stupid.
it's stupid. It's like,
That's kind
What?
of the main conflict of the freaking story.
Legit!
Yeah.
The whole point of the Fantastic Four's feud with Doctor Doom is that Victor Von Doom has the biggest hate boner against Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say this.
Professional hater.
About a few weeks ago, I actually rewatched the 2005 Fantastic Four movie.
Nice.
That movie works. It still holds up. It holds up.
Yeah,
really
I
good.
like it. Yeah, I liked both. I liked the second one, which was kind of shitty. Like it was
Yeah.
campy with the stupid dance routine and shit. I don't know. I still liked it. Like,
Still liked it. Yeah.
I didn't like the fact that Galactus was a cloud, but like it was still.
They
still
could
good.
have salvaged it where when Silver Surfer goes into the cloud, you see him or like the
Yeah.
outline of him.
Yeah,
but no, you
silhouette.
basically see Sauron, and I'm like, what the hell
Well,
is this?
There is one shot where he's like passing by Jupiter, and they do the outline of the Galactus helmet.
No, but
Oh, nice.
Nick, I understand that. But when you go inside that cloud, all you see is basically the Balrog.
Yeah, yeah. I feel
That's
like
what it looks like.
at the very least a silhouette, like a kind of a silhouette, give you like.
I would have taken that because maybe he's like shrouded or something like that. I would have taken that, but no.
Because the whole entire point, as quoted by director Tim Story, was he was trying to save let the future out because they're making it. This was a backdoor pilot for a Silver Surfer film. They were basically letting it up like the future director, but even then, like just show an outline, and plus let's not pretend they don't like rejigger things in between films. So,
dude, Fishburne in his own film, that would have been sweet.
Yeah,
like yeah, damn.
And I just got to say, Julie McMahon was a great Doctor Doom.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed those films. I know they're campy and cheesy, and it was pre.
And Michael Chiklis was a great thing.
Yeah. I liked it. Like,
I like that they put him in an actual suit.
I think the best two people in those movies was Michael Chiklis and then Johnny Storm. Like those two made the movies for me.
I think Mr. Fantastic he played the role pretty well.
Like,
well, dude, and Jessica Alba was a dime in that movie. God,
I mean,
damn.
she's hot and all that stuff, but I mean, there wasn't a lot that she brought
strips because she has to like get through like a checkpoint, and then Johnny's like, "I'm going to need therapy."
Which, by the way, did you know that scene was added after they had casted Jessica Alba? They realized, holy crap, we got Jessica Alba. Let's do a scene where she's in her underwear.
Yeah, the whole thing was.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
The whole thing with her playing Susan Storm was that they were actually they just casted her for eye candy. They weren't gonna have her do anything, but Alba said no. She's supposed to be intelligent. Make her intelligent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they
she is. She's a doctor.
Contributing role. Yeah.
Oh, did you speaking of screwing over female actresses, did you guys hear? I thought it was on Halle Berry's Twitter the other day.
Oh God, yes. I saw that.
God, dude, they gave a fake script to Halle Berry to entice her to go to the X-Men films, and it was like it had Wakanda. It actually focused on Storm as the leader of the X-Men. It did the whole shebang, and I was like, I want to see this movie. And one of the other actors picked it up, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. This is just the Halle Berry script."
That was the director, Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah. So we could have had a badass Storm freaking film with Halle Berry.
Can I just say I love how he quit directing X-Men 3, but then they brought him back for First Class, and First Class is probably one of the best X-Men movies.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, easily. Yep.
Dude, I can't believe that though. They screwed over those women though. Like
the problem with those First Class movies as they go on is that you realize that the actors don't age, even though like 50 years has passed.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, Jennifer Lawrence really ages really well.
No. Well, she's a shapeshifter first and foremost. But like the best part is,
or Professor Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
All right. I need to look this up. So X-Men Dark Phoenix takes place in 1992. Okay. So you're telling me that in 8 years, Michael Fassbender has to become Ian McKellen.
Damn! From all the stress.
Yeah, he's seen some shit.
Like you're telling me that
what they could have done is
so that the other guy has to become Patrick Stewart.
What they could have done at least for like Michael Fassbender thing is do it so he has to use his power so intensely that it actually ages him. That's the way I would do it. If you know this is gonna be your last film, just age him.
Yeah, honestly.
There's another female character they screwed out of that. Olivia Munn did a lot of research because she actually enjoys Psylocke and Marvel Comics, and she had a bigger role when they cast her, and then yoink, they pulled it all out.
Oh, they did the same thing to Sydney. They did the same thing to Sydney Sweeney and Madam Web, because like Sydney Sweeney actually like she read the comics, and like she liked how I think Jessica Drew or whatever was a ballerina, and she actually had to fight to actually have at least some shots of her doing that kind of stuff in the film.
I think everyone got screwed over in Madam Web, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson, she's the lead in that.
Actually-
She was so checked out.
Actually,
Yeah.
Nick, actually, she's
Oh, God.
playing Julia Cornwall, Spider Woman.
Fine,
It's a
whatever.
different Spider
Yeah.
Woman.
I don't
Get
care
it
if she's reading
right.
a phone book, dude. I'll watch that.
Also, can I just say,
I watched it, by the way. I watched Madam Web
You poor
Yeah.
soul.
because I was bored one day. And
I'm
let me
sorry.
tell you.
There's no level of boredom that could get
let
me
me
to
tell
this.
you, all of the times people tell you this movie's bad, okay, that's not an accurate portrayal of how crappy this movie is.
Yeah. It's much
It's
worse.
worse.
It's much worse. They left a sound boom in the shot. You'll
How
look
do
on
you
the
restaurant?
look so
side,
bad?
then you just see a sound boom.
And you
coming.
know what the best part is? The scene where the sound boom is in the shot. It's probably 80 yards to hell. Like that sound boom's actually not picking up any.
Nope.
None of the dialogue the sound boom picked up is probably in that shot.
No, yeah, it's not even worth being there. Yeah.
See,
God.
what really sucks is if you're looking at what Madam Web was supposed to be, basically a Terminator style slasher film.
Mhm.
Nick, here's the image of the sound boom in the shot.
Oh God, he's making me do this.
Well, guys, I have to. I gotta get going. So
All right, I'll see you,
thank
dude.
thank you for having me on. It's been fun.
Yeah,
have a good
Chris,
one, man.
take it easy. I will see you hopefully soon.
Oh
And,
God, no, wait. Real quick. Let me see here.
What's up?
All right, just take a look at this real quick.
She's got a BBC in her face.
Yeah.
How do you screw up that bad?
Like-
How do you not crop that?
Like, also, like, I feel like you could probably
Why?
easily digitally remove that.
Yeah, it's a monocolor behind there. You clone it out.
Are you sure that's a boom mic?
Oh God.
What if it's like?
BBC.
Oh no!
No, I mean, like,
Zip.
what if it's like a club or something? You know, like, isn't she a cop?
Someone's
I don't know.
trying to kill her for being in this movie.
I
Well,
And
we're
the
doing you a
extras is
favor.
like, I can't take this anymore.
It says it says it is the guy's hat and the mic. I
There you
don't know.
go.
I don't know if I believe
That's
that.
not okay. You know what? That might actually be a hat.
There we go. Yeah, I
It's a
thought I
very-
saw that going around there, like whenever that movie, like a year ago when that came out or something. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I have
It's a
not
very-
seen the movie. I don't know.
It's a very round hat. I'll just say that.
My 13-year-old and my girlfriend watched the Madam Web movie, and she said it was really boring. I'm like,
Wow.
you didn't have to finish it, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
why
plan
did
on
you
watching
finish it?
I mean,
Also,
when my 13-year-old daughter watches a movie that's all girl based and all that stuff, and she doesn't like it, that's not a good sign. You know,
well,
it's not
see, the
made for
prob-
me.
the problem is your daughter has taste. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, she watches Gilmore Girls, so I don't know how much taste. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyways, I gotta get going. See you guys. Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
Good. Yep. Ah, that was nice. That was Immortal Rising, everyone. Nick, do you watch Gilmore Girls?
I used to, but I've kind of fallen out of love with it when I realized how much of a shitheel Rory was. And how she's rewarded for her shitty behaviors. Like, I'm a big fan of the mom Lorelai, but that's only because I kind of, in some ways, relate to her. Like, her attitude, at least. She's snarky, and I like that.
See, that's kind of the problem I have with a lot of female-led shows, like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's like she breaks the most sacred witches' coven. Say, Sabrina, don't do that. Sabrina, don't do it. Sabrina does it. They're like, you shouldn't have done that. And like when she does get consequence tracks, they're like, oh, it's okay, it's okay.
Oh,
like,
you.
no. It's like she's breaking all these laws. The first season was cool. I love the atmosphere. I love the ambiance. But all right. So Jared, you gotta take off, sir.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I got other stuff I got to do. Anyway, great show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I will
See you
see
later,
you guys
alligator.
later.
Have a good one, man.
See ya.
Jared is the worst person imaginable. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, he comes back. I heard that.
Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I was I was interested. Maybe next week. Hear Jared's take on the Penguin series.
That's possible. Next week, I was actually thinking about doing like a Halloween memories episode, like going all nostalgia. You talk about our favorite Halloween memories. We can talk about the Penguin if you want.
Sweet.
And then the week after that, we are going to be for the Friday night feature. We're doing Scooby Doo.
Nice.
The 2003, the live action.
Which live action Scooby Doo?
The first one.
The first one.
Okay, I know that one by heart. I don't need
Nice.
to watch it.
Melee K will be joining us, so
nice.
Like I watched that movie obsessively as a kid.
Dude, Matthew Lillard nailed that role.
Yeah, and all he had to do was scream in his car for like 10 minutes. Or an hour, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Can I just say I love Matthew Lillard as a person.
Yeah, he's cool.
There's this video of like Matthew Millard meets a female fan. You guys talk about something while I pull a video up.
But yeah, no. The CGI on the monsters in that movie isn't really the greatest, but
No. But it's 2000, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, before that we had Golem, so they have no excuse. But
yeah, that's true.
Like, Scooby wasn't horrible. Like the CGI for him wasn't horrible, but like it's definitely helped by Matthew Lillard's performance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I highly doubt we'll get struck for this, so we're good.
You know what? It's okay, baby.
It's okay. This is something awesome. Ready? Give me a Scooby-Doo picture real quick. Can I give you a present?
Hey.
Sir, can I give this to you? Who's this guy? Ready? Oh, I do. I think you're singing Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god, I love this.
I've seen this clip before, and it almost brings me to tears.
I love this.
Jesus, this should be on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
Better than anything Hallmark puts out.
Yeah.
Guys, I think I just got diabetes.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
It's just I don't know. I like it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not too big of a fan of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Like I know that's everyone's hot Scooby-Doo show, but I think for me it kind of failed to capture the characters that I grew to love as a small child in a way that I was happy with. But I will say, I really think it was cool of them to have Shaggy be played by Matthew Lillard and Shaggy's father in the show be played by the original Shaggy voice actor Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
It's a real big
one
moment. I
love how they brought in Linda Cardellini to play Hot Dog Water, like Velvet Arch Nemesis. That was kind of funny.
I will say, I think it's speaking of Scooby, since we're on the topic now, I think it's kind of funny that the original show had a bit more characterization for Shaggy than anyone's ever brought up since. And it's the fact that in the first episode, and I know this because I rewatched the episodes a lot with my nieces because they love Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. Shaggy is mentioned to be their high school's top gymnast in the first episode, and in subsequent episodes, he's also shown himself to be really good at ventriloquism. Like, really good, like a masterclass. And nobody ever brings these things up in any of the other series. It's like sort of like a one and done for the original series, but he's kind of got more character than the others in the show.
Yeah, he's not just a stoner.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, where is there, like, all these other series are trying to give the gang more personality and everything, but they just kind of leave Shaggy as the cowardly, hungry guy, and I'm like, no, you fools, he's much more. Yeah. He has like, actual skills that you wouldn't assume he would have.
Well, the problem is each character has their own cliches and stereotypes that they all adapt to. Like Shaggy is the stoner, hungry, scaredy cat. Velma is the intelligent, sassy one who is some like nerdy, sexy. The one thing I do find like very funny, and this was actually started with Mystery Inc., is he really likes traps. Like I just I love how Mystery Inc. like that is like they really push the envelope
I
with
find
that one.
a lot of the newer series aren't very kind to Fred. They kind of consider him like, oh, we don't want him here, but he's here, and we don't really
He's
know.
a
Because he's
white
a
guy.
masculine male. Well,
Yeah.
not only that, but he also represents traditional masculinity.
Yep.
But I really like Fred as a character because even in the original series, you can see, you know, what his role in the group isn't just that he's the leader; it's that he's a good leader.
Yep.
He knows his friend's strengths and weaknesses, and he plays into them to better solve these mysteries and get these criminals caught.
I mean,
It
yeah.
doesn't always work out right, but
He has Velma do all the work. He has Shaggy and Scooby raid the fridge. Him and Daphne go search the bedroom.
Boom, boom.
no, but Velma doesn't do all the work in the original series. The gang all do find clues in different
Yep.
episodes. Like at one point, it was even that a clue Shaggy found with Scooby that ended up getting one of the monsters caught.
Mm-hmm.
So in the original series, they were a lot more favorable to all of the characters in some way or another.
Yeah.
Sure,
Limelight
Daphne
moved.
was a damsel in distress, but you kind of got the feeling like she was kind of the odd one out. Like she was a rich girl kind of in over her head. But these people were her friends, so she wanted to go along with it.
But they also like moved the limelight. So like this week, Velma's the one that finds the clue. Next week, it's Scooby and Shaggy. Then it's Fred, and then it is like Daphne actually does find clues. Like and it's I liked when they did that. They revolved the spotlight on each of the characters rather than like static.
When people think of Scooby Doo, they just think of these like set stereotypes, a set formula. But the key to Scooby Doo's success was, yes, they did have these set stereotypes, but they played around with things. Like they actually rotated things. Everyone got their time to shine.
Yeah. Yep. Velma wasn't just the nerd. She could be assertive. There's been a couple of times in the older episodes where
you stop that.
Yeah, she'd tell people off. Like, no, we're not doing that. Go away. Yeah. But also, I like that in What's New Scooby-Doo, they kind of gave Daphne this little bit of a MacGyver-ish personality. Like, I think they went a little overboard with it.
Yeah, What's New was basically a carryover from the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of What's New Scooby-Doo because I feel like it was always too fast-paced for Scooby-Doo.
What's New Scooby-Doo? I'm coming up. I mean, they had a pop-punk band do the intro.
They had Simple Plan doing it. I thought that was kind of cool. Actually, the mother of my nieces went to the Simple Plan concert not that long ago, and they actually played What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's actually...
I saw, and she filmed it too, and she sent it to me, and she's like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever.
I mean, I think they always do it because, I mean, it's one of their most recognizable songs, so of course they're going to play that. You know, like that's like going to a Nerf herder concert and not have them play the Buffy theme.
But like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of neat that they had Daphne kind of like use her makeup and her purse and all the stuff that because she's traditionally feminine and be like, yeah, so I can actually pick locks with this stuff and all this other stuff. Like in one episode, she uses an eyelash curler, I think it was, and a piece of Shaggy's sandal buckle to unlock a door. And I'm like, damn, girl. So they still have her be traditionally feminine, but like they introduce some new skills to her. Yeah. And I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like the newer Scooby series just don't understand what made the original fun, though.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to like, oh, we only enjoyed it ironically. Let's try to make it better, and then they don't make it better.
Dude, that's what they've done to everything that we've enjoyed. Like everything, they get these people that don't like enjoy or respect the source material, and they're like, "Oh, I only liked it ironically or whatever." And it's like, then you missed the point of the show. You missed the point of the source material.
Also, I'd like to point out that if you do something ironically, you're still technically doing it. So even enjoying something ironically is moot.
I mean, honestly, the whole ironically, unironically, it's just been so muddled. They basically mean the same thing nowadays.
Yeah. And it's so tiring though when it's like they're too cool for school and they're like pushing down, like they're basically putting down both the fans of the source material and the product. And it's like, why are you even on this project?
Oh, talk about like putting down fans of the project. There's another trope. This is another thing. So you guys know the new Silent Hill 2 remake came out, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
I'm really glad that that Nix is still on here because I know she's a Silent Hill 2 fan. They literally had like the girl hold up the dress from the original game, and be like,
I saw
"Hey,
that.
should I wear this? Wouldn't it be stupid to wear this?" Like, I'm sorry. It's one thing if you do different character design. Like, okay, I don't have to like it, but like, fine. But to like the same thing they did in the Suicide Squad, where they showed her Arkham outfit, not in a million years, or like the Dante, where the wig came off.
The Dante thing, though, was kind of clever because it was foreshadowing what happened in the end.
Yeah.
He got the white hair.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sucks to be you, Dante.
Dude,
but
like,
it's also a bit of an FU to the Dante.
It is. It's a middle finger. It's the purple ending in Mass Effect 3. But like I saw I watched the playthrough because I'm not going to buy the game. I saw the whole playthrough of Silent Hill 2, and honestly, my hat's off to the environmental art team. That is by far the most gorgeous game I've ever seen from a graphical perspective. Unfortunately, the female redesigns and even James's redesign.
Eddie's
I don't know.
in it too. Just
God, yeah. Yeah, and even what's her face there, the little girl,
Angela. Laura.
Yeah, Laura. Like, it's like they all got beaten with the ugly stick, and like the women have like really large heads and small bodies, and it looks really weird. Like, it's like, why is everybody an Oompa Loompa?
They screwed over the design of Angela because, so anyone not in the know, Angela is a character from the game who has kind of the saddest story.
Oh my God, does she?
She was essayed by her father and brother and then killed them. We don't know what happened to her mother, but the fact that she calls out to James as Mama in this very childish kind of way kind of speaks volumes that her mom might very well is dead.
Yeah.
But she looks old. Like, she's supposed to be a young adult, kind of older teenager.
Yep.
Who's like in over her head, and she's running away because she doesn't know what else to do. The cops are looking for her. She still has the weapon she used to kill her father and brother, the knife she gives to James.
Yeah.
She looks older than she is, and it's supposed to be implied through that the trauma she's endured, the abuse she suffered, has aged her beyond her years.
Mm-hmm.
They screwed her over royally with her design in the remake.
I liked the voice, though. I thought the voice actor did a really good job.
The voice actors in 2 did phenomenal, and everyone always goes on about how, it sounds so off, it sounds horrible, it's so amateurish. No,
I liked it.
It was intentionally off by design. The voice actors did, the James voice actor did an interview talking about it at one point. I don't have the clip or anything, but he basically mentions how they were all kind of first timers getting into it, and this was just kind of how they directed. The direction was superb because they wanted to make Silent Hill in 2 feel more dreamlike, like you're in a really bad nightmare and you can't get out. James's voice in particular not only was supposed to reflect that dreamlike quality, as were the other voices from the other actors, but also there's supposed to be an emotional deadness inside of James, and it's really conveyed through his voice acting.
Well, yeah, and it's also deceptive because, spoilers, flashing, whatever, but like when you encounter James, he's your protagonist, so you think he's the hero, and he's got a very soft voice. He's like, you can't just shoot people that you don't like, like stuff like that. But then as the story progresses, you find out that,
oh no.
He'll be back. But when, there he is. When the story progresses. Okay. So as the story progresses, James, his true character starts shining through. And you find out he's not as innocent and as good guy as the story originally leads you to believe. And that's why, like, when his encounters with Angela are so kind of jarring, is because
Especially
it's an unreliable narrator because we're only seeing it from James's perspective. But like when Angela starts snapping and she's like, "What are you gonna do? Save me?" You know, and it's like, "Wait, what? You were like a scared little girl. Now you're like pissed off at me." And the one part that really hammered it home was when she's walking up the burning stairs and she goes, "You see it too? It's like this for me all the time." She's you can't save this soul. She's a hellbound soul, and you can't save her. So that was James's like reflective, like, okay, Eddie is a monster, and I had to put him down. Angela is a lost soul that I can't save,
which is
and
absolutely heartbreaking.
It is,
especially because she goes on to James about how she deserved the abuse she got. It was all her fault.
Yeah, I'm
and
ugly.
You can just hear the pain in his voice when he says, "No, it wasn't."
Yep, but like that was the turning point where James is like, maybe I was the asshole. Maybe I was the bad guy, because when he confronts what's her face, Mary at the end, he starts feeding the bullshit line. He's like, "I loved you, you know, blah 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 blah," and then he goes, "No, that's not true." And then he tells his true feelings, and he's like, "I hated you. You robbed my good years of my life from me." Like, and it was like, oh damn, like. So it basically was like purgatory. It was weighing his soul. And then when she forgave him based on like, because some of the endings she doesn't, but like
the good ending, the right ending.
Yeah, the right one, the live, the one where you like, you know, I got something in my eye when I, you know, when she reads her.
What about in the ending where it's revealed that it's just a dog pulling love?
Yeah, the Shiba Inu.
They didn't even translate that ending into English. Oh my god.
Yeah.
and I love in that ending when the credits roll, you just see the Shiba Inu and the music is just him barking.
Yep.
But actually, going off from that, Chris, it kind of got it, but in the most not accepted, but like interpretation, we'll say it was widely accepted interpretation, but James did kill Mary in part because he loved her and he didn't want to see her suffering anymore. It's much more complicated than just, "Oh, I hated you and you ruined my life." It was, "I hate you and you ruined my life, but also I loved you and I didn't want to see you suffering anymore." It's genuinely heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, that long corridor where you hear her voice, you know, crying and stuff. I was like, oh, damn.
Talking about how she wanted to die, but then she goes on and it's like, "No, I didn't want to die."
Leave me. Yeah.
Guys, I got it pulled up.
Oh, no, it's from the remake.
Yep.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate James' new voice.
Look at the dog, dude. And then he's like, "You," and then the ending.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Fuck that shit.
Oh god, it's so much worse.
To nie może być prawda.
Oh god!
Oh, it squeaks.
They screwed it up in the remake.
How?
Oh, I don't know. It's just different tone feeling. Like it's hard to explain.
Yeah, there's supposed to be barking music right now.
Well, not only that, but like, where's the bark park?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Akira Yamaoka made that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Akira Yamaoka did the music for like the first 3 or 4 Silent Hill games before they went to like that American developer, or not American. I think it was Canadian.
Well, they the music in the remake is the same music as Silent Hill 2.
There we go. There we go. This is the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the HD remake.
Oh,
that's fine.
good.
Whatever. Wait. Did he just walk through the
Yes,
closed
he
door?
was teleporting through that wall.
James! What in the hell, James?
Oh, that music's gonna get me copyright struck. God, that is so fucked up.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on the remake or anything, but every single YouTuber that I know of that I watch is playing it, and they're going on about how great it is, and I'm just like, no, it's not. I've seen the combat. All right,
Yeah, the
that
dog
is not
weird.
Silent Hill, and even Masahiro Ito, the monster designer for the original games, is praising its combat, but I'm like, no, I don't like it.
Well, that and it
You know what's
shouldn't be good
you know what's,
combat.
you know what's even better?
So
The mod that removes the fog and makes everything sunny.
I hate whoever made that, and I hope they die in hell.
what happened?
Some dumbass made a mod for the remake that essentially takes the ambience of Silent Hill and makes it a sunny, happy place.
Oh no! It's like this for me all the time.
Like, why why? Who? Why? I get that it's a mod, and you know what? You don't have to use it, whatever. But still, who would go into a horror game and be like, "Yeah, this would be a much better game if it was bright and sunny"? No, you stupid bastards!
yeah,
Removes the
the
fog.
environments in this are gorgeous. Yeah, look at Maria there. What the hell is wrong with her?
What isn't wrong with her, honestly?
Yeah, that is. It just looks.
I love
really
how it's.
weird.
I love how it's showing how it's sunny, and you're like, Maria.
Yeah, like she just looks weird. Like there's something off on her. And then like look at like the Maria from the original game, and you're like, wow, it kind of reminds me of Trisha Helfer.
Oh,
I think the funniest thing is how upset people are that fans of the original don't like the new look for Maria, like the new outfit. And it's like, well, her outfit had symbolism behind it. Like, she was
Yeah,
supposed to be like a nightclub dancer or whatever. It
she was
was
supposed to be
kind of
super
implied.
sexy. Like
Yeah, and
it
now
was
she's
James's
Maria?
id or his ego or whatever. Like because it was a
kind of
sexual
sort of.
repression. You know, because he was all upset that he couldn't bang his wife basically because she was wasting away and dying of a disease, and all of that resentment manifested itself in what his true desire was. There's literally a part where she goes, "I'm here for you, James. I can be whatever you want me to be."
All right, this is.
Hey, you think I'd look good in this one?
Sure.
Not quite the ringing endorsement, but hey, I'll take it.
Why would you do that? That's mean spirited. See, look at her here. And the
Like,
butterfly tattoos on her next to her gut, not on her chest.
and like, I don't understand why people need to be so. Oh, but that's not practical for the environment she's in. Like, no.
Look at. I'm
What
sorry.
we know.
I've seen the mods these people install. The first, like Resident Evil
The
2.
Leon mods for
Yeah,
Resident
Yeah,
Evil 2 and
yeah,
4.
like Leon is basically wearing a G-string. Shut the fuck up.
No,
okay?
no, but
Yep.
there are actually like nude Leon mods that people download, and then they'd be like, "Oh, female sexiness! How dare!" Like, no. But second of
All
all,
right, I gotta say the dreaded. I gotta say these two dreaded words. C40.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
the
no,
thing is,
also there's also the fact that as far as we knew before we figured out what was going on in Silent Hill 2, like at the ending, Maria was just a person working in the town of Silent Hill at the nightclub. The way she's dressed reflects that, and then it's kind of like, oh, she just kind of got stuck into it. And then you go longer on into the game, you realize, no, she's just a manifestation that the town created based on James' personal
Desires.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, desires and
Well,
guilt.
that costume is literally Christina Aguilera's outfit from like the MTV music.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And people are all upset that aren't really happy that they're, oh, but it doesn't make sense because it's not based in like 2000
Oh.
whatever anymore. It's like, no, shut the fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
also,
That look is timeless.
speaking of like throwing weird things in, did they ever explain why in Silent Hill 2 there's posters from Kindergarten Cop?
Of what?
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay, let me just
Cause I played this game like several times. I've never seen a Kindergarten Cop poster.
Okay. I think this will do it. So yeah, literally, there are posters from Kindergarten Cop that end up in Silent Hill,
Oh, okay.
like areas from Kindergarten Cop that show up.
Maybe it's the same school.
Nix, are you familiar with this?
Vaguely, yeah.
Like, look at this.
Silent Hill pulled a
These
lot
are
of
so
inspiration from a lot of different movies and whatnot. Like the
these are
most
so
famous,
similar. It's deliberate.
yeah, the
Oh
most
yeah, it's
famous
totally
of which
deliberate.
is Jacob's Ladder. The first 3 games, maybe the fourth, but I don't see any similarities to anything of
Like
Jacob's
this
Ladder
one?
in the fourth. But the first 3 movies have a lot taken from Jacob's Ladder, like the way the enemies move, a street name and an elevator in the subway in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know Kojima is a big movie fan, so like him basing his stuff off of movies, that makes sense. I'm not as familiar with like Team Silent, so I can't really say much.
Well, it'd be kind of funny because if that was literally the same school from Kindergarten Cop, it would be like, oh, so that takes place in Silent Hill.
They
That would
explain
be
a lot.
Yeah, that would be that would be a weird. You guys like? Oh god, I need to do a Kindergarten Cop rewatch.
No,
Why?
no.
One of the nurses or one of the demonic mannequins, when you start fighting it, it goes, boys have penises and girls have vaginas.
Oh god. But no, my one of my favorite scenes from that movie is when the kid comes with like obvious signs of abuse, and Arnold confronts the parent and he's about to beat him up, but he sees that all the kids are there. He's like, "You're not worth it," and then the principal actually like says, "Don't do it again, but good job." Like I don't know, I love everything about that scene. Like the way he handled it, the way the principal's like, you shouldn't really do that, but but like the person in me approves. The principal does not, but the person does, and
So-
I just sorry.
Actually, little promotion, not for myself, but for a little project that I've seen in Fallout 4. One second, I'm trying to find the.
Yeah, drop it in the private chat, or actually, you can drop it on YouTube. You have mod privileges.
Yeah, but this is a really freaking cool thing. I'm gonna drop it in private first.
Okay.
It's called Whispering Hills. It's a full, like, there's multiple chapters. It's not complete yet.
I think I've heard you talk about this.
I have talked about it many times before. many times.
Yeah.
But I love this mod so much. It's not perfect. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The voice acting that they've got done for for Nate and Nora, it's not great at all. Give me a second. The YouTube wants to be slow.
Hey, Nix.
But
if I played this mod for Halloween, for like a on Halloween stream, you don't have to answer now. but is this something you might want to join me for? Might. I don't,
Yeah, actually, yeah. I can't play it anymore because ever since the Bethesda did that update that screwed over the mods, I haven't been able to get my copy back working. Every time I go to open Fallout 4, it just shuts down immediately. So,
because I've been thinking about doing a Halloween stream, just playing a game, hanging out with people.
yeah,
we can talk about it later. Yeah,
if I don't have anything else planned, though that can change at literally any minute of any given time, knowing my tumultuous family.
Yeah,
But,
it's Halloween. I totally expect something like that, But yeah, we can work out the details later.
Great.
I don't want to.
Great.
I just don't want to put you on the spot. So
there's about last time I checked. Christ, stop screwing up, please.
So here we go.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 chapters released as far as I know. They've got the original voice actors for Lisa Garland from the first game back kind of playing as her character. It's got some bugs. And the voice acting isn't always great. Like, at least for Nate and Nora, it's not great. Like, the person they got playing Nora sounds like she's 14. But you being a parent looking for Sean plays into it a lot, so it's kind of like, okay, but there's a huge disconnect. I did try to stream
Whispering Hills PT
at one point. Oh my god. Yes, it comes into play in one of the chapters. It's freaking terrifying.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Maybe it's just that I'm a huge coward, but oh my god, it is great. It is amazing. I think my favorite chapter would have to be 2 or 3, whichever the hospital is. Because the people put so much love into it, and it's not just taking like Silent Hill monsters specifically. They have Siren Head in it, and the Wendigo. Oh my god, there's a Wendigo jump scare in the school.
There's a Wendigo? That's bad.
It's okay, I'm native. I'm Algonquin when I approve of it.
You're using it, yeah. Okay, cool.
Using my privileges.
Yes.
But yeah, so first of all, my first tip: don't kill Siren Head. Don't even shoot at him. If you get too close to him, run the fuck away.
Oh god.
Because killing him.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Attacking him and possibly killing him summons more monsters, and it's just like a don't even bother. But also, it's very hard to kill.
Check this out.
And it bleeds into the wasteland too. Like there's the fog, you can set it up so that the wasteland.
From the Commonwealth Massachusetts Emergency Alert System. This January, authorities have detected dangerous anomalies that are spreading in the Boston area schools and hospitals. Following buildings are affected but are not limited to Kendall Hospital, Mass Bay Medical Center, Medford Memorial Hospital, South Boston High School, Suffolk County Charter School, East Boston Preparatory School, DB Technical High School, and Malden Middle School. A quarantine has also been set up around Parsons State Insane Asylum. It is advised not to go near or inside these buildings until further notice from the authorities.
That is crazy.
That is cool.
Is amazing. Like if you're a big fan of Silent Hill, like I am, and horror in general, I absolutely recommend this mod 100%. It's got some bugs. Like when I got to the apartments, there was a couple items I had to delete to get key items because they had fallen underneath them. But that's to be expected. Like a mod of this size with a team like that, bugs are expected to go through. It's not a huge deal. But like this is absolutely a 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely.
Nice.
I
I
tried
love the
to
atmosphere.
myself playing it, but it didn't quite go as planned.
I should have better luck. I have a stronger computer, so it should go
Well,
better.
not that so much as I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't talk a whole lot, and also I don't have the right like the right stuff to stream.
Well, tell you what, I like if we can manage to get the Halloween thing, we'll do Whispering Hills, and I'll have you here, and it'll be great. Because I could probably make this work.
So, but yeah, it's a bit hard too because you don't always know what you're doing, and the quest marker stuff doesn't always give you the greatest of directions. So there's points where you're like, okay, what the hell am I doing? And a lot of people, not a whole lot of people that like do wikis and like walkthroughs have played this. So if you get stuck, unless you find like a good video or something, you're kind of on your own. But oh my god, the last chapter I played where you're in the town and the last few scenes before it ended because it's not completely finished, absolutely amazing. The other world kind of bleeds through to the town of Whispering Hills, which is kind of like its own separate reality. Like you go through the Dunwich mines, and there's like this door under the water, like you have to swim through a cavern, and then it's kind of like its own little reality. But the town of Whispering Hills that you find at the end, it just becomes like this big heaping mass of like spiked fences and like metal, it raining blood, monsters everywhere. It looked apocalyptic and it was amazing.
I bet.
The hospital in chapter 2 is very, very eerie, disconcerting. The school I'm not a big fan of because I think it gave me the most trouble. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I kind of had to go from place to place and figure it out on my own. And it got kind of boring for me after a while, but the hospital, oh my god. Oh my god. It's not to spoil anything, but there's this one little jump scare where you're in this room, you're trying to read a message, and all of a sudden you hear someone whisper into your ear, I know you can't see me, but I'm standing right behind you. And you go to look, and there's just this shadow there for a few seconds before it disappears completely. Absolute shivers.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. Look, there's one right there.
And he wasn't kidding.
And they do that a lot, though, especially if you're wearing headphones. It can get really freaky because it actually sounds like someone's whispering in your ear. And I took my headphones out. I was like, no, I can't. No.
Nick,
Don't do this.
Imagine if you had those headphones that give you like surround sound.
Oh, God. Kill me. But yeah, no, I'm still working on getting it set up because my oldest niece absolutely freaking loves this mod. She thinks it's like a full game of its own, so she calls it the horror game that we play. And I'm like, it's too complicated for me to really explain to her what it is. Like it's like just a mod in a game. But I love playing it with her, so I'm like working my butt off trying to get it working again.
Okay.
Just for her.
All right.
Nice.
So we're gonna wrap up here. I think that's a good place to end it on a high note, or just a very, very creepy note, if you will. So,
Perfect
Chris,
Halloween.
Exactly. Because I always feel like somebody's watching me.
But yeah, no, support them on support the team on Patreon too. 'Cause, like every cent helps, right? Give them your love.
And there you go. There is a link. It's in the comments.
One little
below aside. Okay, next.
I have one last little thing though. People that do support them, like become Patreon supporters, get their names on monsters, which I kind of feel like me specifically out of the experience felt like Fuzzy Cupcake 69 as a monster name. But Jesus, that was something.
Wait, so you get your name on a monster, or you can get to name a monster?
No, you get your name on a monster.
So
I will not settle.
So how would you like it if one of the monsters is named Nyx?
I wouldn't be very. Oh, take me right out of it. I like being immersed in my horror games. All right. I
No,
don't.
no. Imagine, like, or like, let's say we're streaming on Halloween, and we're playing the game, and I'm playing like the latest build, and all of a sudden, a monster named Nyx comes rushing out. You're like, what? They're like, I contacted the devs and gave them a big payment. They pushed out this build.
I will not settle for any monster less than one of the sexy nurses named Fisker.
All right. Well, but yeah.
No. Nyx's monster is just made of boobs.
It's just a big boob. No, it's the voice, the shadow.
But yeah, so like I'm looking at it for Canadian dollars it's 71, so it could just be like $50, but like $50 you get to be placed in the hell dimension or in the asylum. You may choose to be killable and a part of the player's direct experience, or just a decoration as an immortal being behind rusted fences. Of course, the monster will carry your name. You'll also be added in a special dedicated Hall of Fame.
Nyx, how would you feel if you're playing the latest build and you just come across a monster named Nyx, and then you find out that I secretly paid the $50 to have them add you to the game?
I'd be one of the nurses. I like the nurses actually. You get a lot of loot from them. Sometimes.
So I made so basically, you're a named nurse NPC, and I said, can she like chase us with a syringe or something?
But also, like, it does, you know, the whole backrooms concept that people have been, like, playing with lately?
To death.
To death, yeah. It has that in one section. And there's a secret code you can get that'll open this door to, like, I don't want to ruin it, actually. It's just, it takes you out of the experience, but it's freaking hilarious. It's very in keeping with Silent Hill, I will say that.
Is it a secret dog room?
No. Even better.
Like, it would actually be kind of funny if you came across a room where dog meat is just bully lovers.
But yeah, show support to the mod developers. You know, back their little project if you can.
And if you do decide to pay the $50 and can't decide a name, use Nyx's name. It's got to put it on a nurse.
But they got Lisa Garland's voice actress, so I think that's absolutely worth, something. Come on, people.
Yeah, it's definitely
cool here.
It's a good sign. All right, Nyx, that was awesome. You're awesome, Chris. Where can people find you? And what you got going on? I'm going to drop your link here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you can catch me on X at Infinitel Comic, or head on over to InfinitelChronicles.com for the latest news and updates for the Infinitel Chronicles graphic novel series. We're trying to get the signups to reach 100 so that we can have enough interest to actually launch the campaign. And we just passed 51. So, woohoo! We have,
nice.
We're getting there. We're halfway there. I'm excited to get this one out, see what people think of it. And part of the signups thing is I'll also gamify it. So I'll see about doing some giveaways based on the signups up to that point. So get your email in there. And
sounds good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. Nyx, where can people find you? What you got going on?
You can find me on X as well, Twitter, for the people who aren't complete losers. No offense. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's still Twitter in our hearts.
Yeah.
Yes, it will always be Twitter. I don't care what Elon says. I don't care I don't care how much he pays me, and Elon does pay me. So.
But also, I've currently got a new scented spray out for the pumpkin season. It's pumpkin pecan pie with notes of cinnamon and hazelnut.
I am surprised. Is this pumpkin spice?
No, actually, it is genuinely made to smell like pumpkin pecan pie.
Nice.
But
Specially oiled.
why didn't you do pumpkin spice? It's white girl crack.
I cannot stand like it's a nice smell, but like it's very strong, and if you like use it, it's like glitter. It gets everywhere, and you can never just get it out for like weeks on end. But yeah, I've got some really good feedback on it. Actually, everyone that I showed it to is really super into it, and I can personally test. It smells like fall. Absolutely.
Nice.
It's got that warm, fuzzy kind of feeling. Only $10 a bottle per any scent.
Only $10. That's a bargain.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you have a link for your page?
4 to 8 ounces. I can't remember the exact amount.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a Twitter page where you can DM me for special orders. And come winter, I'm going to start selling them.
All right.
For as Christmas presents. We got special winter scents coming up.
If you
Hot
want to
chocolate
smell
and candy cane.
Ooh, that's actually really nice. So if you want to smell good, Nick's got you covered. Head to this link and DM this very beautiful woman, and she'll help you out. As for myself, I'm just going to share one more time. So you can screech if you want to. Leave your friends behind. If your friends don't screech, then God, I couldn't even miss that. We are honestly like so close. We are like $13 away from being in double digits. Holy crap! This is a week. You guys are fucking awesome, freaking awesome. Week 1, we're almost there, and I'm just gonna say, the $2,000 stretch goal is I had the Don create the cover for issue 4. And if you want a print of it, second, there we go. If you want a print of it, get us the $2,000 and everyone will get the print. So let me just all right, check this out, guys.
Sweet.
This is literally going to be the cover of issue 4, releasing next year.
Oh, nice.
Nix, what do you think?
Looks sick.
It does. Yep, so this is by the Don. He's awesome. And if you get me to $2,000, I will. Everyone who gets a physical copy will get that print. That's the first stretch goal, and get me $2,000, and I'll fail the next one. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. I really appreciate you. And just remember, I can only show you the door. You're the ones to walk through it.